Yes, welcome to it. It was a big weekend. It doesn't matter how you approached it, it was massive.
Huge.
But lest we forget, let's throw it forward. Just 14 days till Christmas, baby, and we simply cannot wait. A very good morning from myself. My name is Graham Richards.
I'm Ralph Mocktail. Thank you so much for joining us, Mzansi. Firstly, also thank you for making a brilliant decision.
Yes.
Obviously choosing to spend your next 3 hours with us. And let me tell you, we have everything that you need in the next 3 hours, right, G?
Okay, so let's start our list here. Zoe is going to take us along to the beach. We can actually leave it there with her friends, and she's got some amazing friends. Well, Lorenzo, of course, brings us some of the highlights and, yes, many of the lows from this crazy rugby weekend at the Cape Town Sevens. Not the best outing for
my emotions,
our teams,
man.
but it's okay.
It's okay. Look, we got you. On top of this also, if you are looking to jam this coming weekend, then the Adams boys are here. Yes, Emo and Lukman are in the building to chat about the Unity on the Square Festival. And of course, when they come through, you know the energy is right. You know we're going to be dancing, and we know you're going to have a lot of fun.
Yes, we're going to laugh. We will laugh and laugh and laugh. And then finally, from Melt in Your Mouth, marvellous Melva pudding to Black Forest Christmas pudding. Slightly different spin. We've got your Christmas dessert menu sorted. Have you made it to Christmas dessert yet? Okay, that means we're going to have to start at the beginning again, and we're going to have to go through the whole full course again. But we are here for every morsel.
Yeah, no one's complaining about that, and you definitely won't be complaining after. This next beautiful soul is standing by to say good morning to you, Mzansi. Let me tell you, we are ready for this Monday. I hope you are too. What's up, sir?
She's floating.
She's flowing.
Oh, good morning, gentlemen. We are so excited that it is Monday, but also just 14 days away from Christmas. So this morning on our Good Morning Post, we are asking you this simple question. What are 3 key ingredients to a festive December? Now, it does not have to be physical ingredients that you cook with. So let us know. What are those 3 key ingredients to a festive December? Not a December, a December. Let us know on, you can answer on the Facebook page or send us a voice note on 063-408-8863. Let us know, what are those 3 key ingredients for you? Oh, we're going to have so much fun unpacking your answers. If I had to say for myself, it will definitely be money, free time, and friends. There we go. Those are my 3 key ingredients, but what are yours? Let us know. Here are the morning headlines with Ralph Mocktail.
Thanks so much. So, yes, let's start off with national headlines first. Now, the Minister of Mineral Resources and Energy, Gwede Mantashe, says the sit-in at Gold One mine in Springs on the East Rand is now a hostage situation. Now, he met with the mine management, labor unions and the police yesterday. Now, some 400 mine workers at the mine have not resurfaced following an underground sit-in. Now, he says they have handed the situation over to the police, and it's reported that some people underground are being held by force, and some that resurfaced had been badly assaulted. Well, sticking to national headlines, the Minister of Electricity, Kgoshientsho Ramokgopa, says Unit 2 of the Koeberg nuclear power plant in Cape Town will be shut down today to replace 3 generators. Now, this means that 980 megawatts will be withdrawn from the grid, and Unit 1 was put back into service last month after an interruption of almost 11 months, and this to replace generators as part of an effort to extend the Koeberg plant's lifespan by 20 years. Now, the interruption was the longest in Koeberg's 40-year history. Well, from national news headlines, let's head over to international news. And the delivery of 1 million barrels of crude oil to huge new refinery in Nigeria marks a major milestone in the process towards the country being able to produce fuel itself. Now, for years, the oil-rich nation has not been able to refine the product, and importing refined oil has imposed some extra costs on the country. Now, it's not clear when the huge Dangote refinery will start working, but when fully operational, the $19 billion facility in Nigeria's commercial hub, Lagos, is predicted to produce some 650,000 barrels per day. Well, carrying on with international headlines, Nobel Peace Prize winner Narges Mohammadi has gone on a new hunger strike from her prison cell in Iran, as the prize was awarded in Oslo, Norway, yesterday in her absence. Now, Mohammadi has campaigned against the compulsory wearing of the hijab and the death penalty in Iran. Now, she was awarded the Nobel Prize in October for her fight against the oppression of women in Iran. Now, Mohammadi was represented at the ceremony by her twin children, Ali and Kiana, who have not seen their mother for almost 9 years as they live in France. Well, next up in our headlines, something of a lighter and sweeter note. Artists spent 200 hours over 2 weeks carving a life-sized Willy Wonka using what else but chocolate. Yeah, you guessed right. Now, the 1.9-meter sculpture inspired by the eponymous character in the new movie Wonka was unveiled last week in London's Trafalgar Square. Now, sculpted into the character's iconic pose featuring a hat tip and cane, the creation was molded and crafted from more than 100 liters of malted chocolate by chocolate sculptor Jen Lindsay Clark and a little bit of a small team to help. Now, as a sculptor, this was the absolute dream commission. And this being said by Lindsay Clark, who also created a bust of King Charles ahead of the coronation. Now, the new film, which features Timothée Chalamet as well as Wonka and Hugh Grant as the Oompa Loompa, was released in South Africa on Friday. Well, with that sweet note, I'll leave you with the rest of the headlines. And here's G-Man with the latest when it comes to all things sport.
After a big sporting weekend, let's get the tail of the tape and focus on some of the action that went down. Let's start closest to home in a thrilling Cape Town Sevens showdown final. The Argentinian team dominated that men's final, crushing Australia 45-12 in the end. Despite Australia's second-half comeback with 2 tries, Argentina sealing the deal with another 3 for themselves. And then Australia's women's team, they got one back over and they triumphed over France 29-26 in their final with Madison Levy absolutely superb throughout the tournament, securing a double in that final. So the HSBC 7 standings, Argentina tops the men's division with 38 points, while Australia lead that women's division with 40 points at this stage. Now let's go to the 15-man format, and Leicester Tigers, they secured a 35-26 victory over DHL Stormers at Welford Road. Now, despite a late try by Josh Bassett denying Stormers a deserved bonus point, the Cape team's impressive performance stood out. Meanwhile, the Bulls, they triumphed 27-16 over Saracens' great start, capitalising on England number 8 Billy Vunipola's red card. The Stormers will face La Rochelle at home next week, and they're going to need that home ground advantage, while the Bulls, they'll travel to Lyon. Then let's look at the local footballing connection. And Mamelodi Sundowns, they've regained the top spot in the CAF Champions League Group A. That was after a hard-fought goalless draw with Egypt's Pyramids in Pretoria. So leading on goal difference, Sundowns now top the group alongside TP Mazembe, Nahodobu and the Pyramids, all with 4 points apiece. That's the recent African Football League champions, Sundowns, where they were anticipated to dominate the mini-league, where the 2 top teams progress, of course, to the quarterfinals. Then we turn to cricket, and unfortunately, persistent rain played spoil sport at Kingsmead in Durban, leading to the abandonment of the first T20 international between the Proteas and India yesterday. So much hype ahead of this one. The match set to begin at 4 p.m. was called off just before 6 p.m., preventing even the toss from taking place. So this T20 international is part of a multi-format tour featuring 3 T20s and 3 ODIs, followed by 2 test matches, and the action resumes in Gqeberha on Tuesday, concluding at the Wanderers in Johannesburg this coming Thursday. So we don't have to wait long. Of course, Lorenzo Darius is here to chat a little bit more about some of the sporting permutations this weekend, so stick around for that. But right now, let's see what the weather has in store for our brand new Monday.
Thanks, G-Man. Well, the SA Weather Services says widespread thunderstorms are expected from today and the next few days over the interior, but especially in the eastern parts of the province. In fact, the country. Provinces where heavy rain may occur include the Northwest, the Free State, Gauteng, Mpumalanga, Limpopo and KwaZulu-Natal. The Weather Service has issued a yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms with possible large amounts of small hail and heavy downpours that may lead to localized flooding of susceptible roads, low-lying areas and bridges, and minor vehicle accidents, as well as localized damage to informal houses expected over Gauteng, the Highveld and escarpment of Mpumalanga, the southwestern parts of Limpopo, as well as the eastern parts of the Northwest and the northeastern parts of the Free State. Well, that is your weather update. Let's take a first look at your sunrise view. Anne McKay from GQ shared her sunrise view, and what a view it is. If you would love to share yours with us, do so on our WhatsApp line. Be like Anne and share her view. Our number is 063 408 8863. Let's look at your temperatures for your Monday.
It's shaping up to be a beautiful day. Yes, some thunder showers to be aware of. Just be careful out there. But of course, we're focused on December. We are tantalizingly close to that break. Some people lucky enough to be on their break already. So we put it to you guys online this morning. What are those 3 essentials you need for December? Because it is upon us. So what's it for you, dude? I would imagine sun, sand, green.
Yeah. But that's like standard. I think like a Speedo, a costume, suntan lotion, and maybe like some comfortable shoes to adventure in.
Oh,
yeah, it's got to be that. I like Zoe's one, like friends and stuff. I'll definitely have friends with me, though.
Yeah, there are levels and layers to this. For me, it's definitely the kids in any shape. They're like a Swiss Army knife for fun. It doesn't matter whether, if they've got lots of energy, you point them that direction. Less energy, you just bring it into your fold. But family. I'm going to tick every box with family. That's what it's about this holiday for me.
Oh, that's beautiful. But Mzansi, obviously, there's every reason to stick around right now. We're obviously talking to you about your 3 key ingredients that come through on our WhatsApp line. But we're also enticing you to look forward to the following. We've got lots of sport to discuss. Of course, Lorenzo's out here. The weekend was absolutely
We were missing a few ingredients. Maybe all 3 ingredients this weekend.
Just a little bit. Look, but we had fun nonetheless. So we'll bring you all the action of the 7s in just a bit.
And then we'll look at the transformative power of sport. What a little bit of time with the right kind of mentor can do in the sports game. It's a level up. Stick around.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Yep, we've got to chew on some gristle right now. The Cape Town Sevens culminated in a weekend of contrasting fortunes, let's say, for the Blitzboks and the Springbok Women's Sevens teams. While the Blitzboks faced a bitter 31-7 defeat at the hands of New Zealand. Of course, it had to be them in that fifth-place playoff. Just really wasn't our weekend. The Springbok Women's Sevens team, they grappled with some challenges, finishing 12th on their first home outing as part of that core setup. On a triumphant note, of course, Argentina, they've shown some form, perhaps feeding off the 15-man game this year. They clinched the HSBC Sevens 2024 series crown in the men's division, while Australia securing victory in the women's division with a gutsy win over France. Levy, absolutely superb. And here to chat more about the Cape Town Sevens event is our sports producer, Lorenzo Daris, who was there, pitchside.
Man, you still got the endorphins from the weekend?
Yeah, I almost got into the pool, though.
I was going to say, but then
let me just step one side.
then the pool wasn't there, and then it wasn't there, and then you couldn't do it.
So, yeah, man, tell me about the weekend. Are we cursed? Yeah. Are we repeating? Because last year, a similar thing went down. For me, where you have this incredible South African Sevens team, we've got the names, we've got the talent.
The momentum.
We've got the momentum,
Yes.
we've got home ground advantage.
Yeah.
What's not going right?
Yeah, and home ground pressure. You know,
Is that
that's
it?
something, home ground pressure, something that I'm picking up within this team. Total different team to winning the Dubai Sevens a week before.
Yeah.
We love the heat in Dubai and just can't catch the heat at home, though. With
Perfect
everyone,
conditions as
the
well, man.
pressure that
Yeah.
everyone, you know.
I think the other teams just enjoy playing here so
Yes,
much.
they do. Yeah. So I caught up with the USA coach as well, Mike Friday, and asked him, like, how does it feel to be back? And he's like, loves it in Cape Town, loves the pressure, loves the crowd, loves coming in, looking
summer.
at nature. It's summer. They don't find this diversity anywhere else in the world, and they love coming back here all the time. Firm favorites, the USA as well.
Yeah, for sure.
But the Blitzboks, something changed from last week to this week. I'm not going to call out anyone, but we need to look deeper than just the team.
Okay.
There's something else going on there that we don't know about, and we need to figure this out at the moment. What is happening? And I feel that going forward, if we don't succeed, we might just see some changes.
Oh, wow.
happen
So you're
very
saying
quickly.
Eric Ten Hag is out then, is what you're trying to say, right?
Like Graham's been waiting to chip away
Wow,
at that
he
as
just
well.
threw in at
But
the
yeah,
jugular.
You know, one day you manager of the month, the next day you're just like, cool, we're going to throw you on the side.
No, but it does. You're absolutely on the money. There is obviously something there that hasn't been addressed.
Yeah, what draws such a stark contrast is exactly what you mentioned from last weekend. I mean, I think, did we go up against Argentina in that final
Yes,
as
we
well?
did, yeah.
Obviously, Argentina showing their worth in this final, taking
Yes.
the crown.
Yeah.
But for me to go up against a team like that, that's worthy of a title, and to put so much gusto into that Dubai Sevens, do you think we put in too much? Do you think we haven't recovered?
The tank was a bit
Taking into account, it's just been, what, 6 days, and then you're back on again, 4 days on the weekend. For me,
With all the
creating
buzz.
and that's the thing, with the buzz and what they had to create at Dubai, the pressure of going back to back, the pressure of creating all those records, do you think it was just too much to maintain and take the momentum into this weekend?
Yeah. You know, there's two things in sports. It's either yours to win or yours to lose.
Yeah.
Right? And Argentina, they're just chipping away. You know, they're the team that's running under the radar that no one's watching at the moment, and they're just like consistent with it, and they're just like, cool, let's just play our game. And that could be, it was ours to lose, right? As much as it was ours to win as well. And I think that was the sad part about all of it as well.
Yeah, no, look, frustrating, I think, for the home fans, but for every team that went out there, they seem to absolutely love it. We're still in a strange kind of growth phase for the Springbok women's team. Our Sevens ladies, obviously thrown into the cauldron. It's a different level. That was,
Trial by fire.
Yeah, completely. And they don't look like the imposter syndrome is kicking in, but that's always a worry when you're playing in front of your home crowd. They want to deliver, and maybe some of their focus isn't on the simple jobs within the game.
Yeah.
There and thereabouts, maybe not quite as comfortable as they looked in Dubai, where the scores were quite close.
Yes.
But just so good to have them playing against the best in this kind of environment. Could they have done better?
Yeah, I feel that there should have been so much more that came from that team. I felt for the likes of Nadine Roos as well. She puts her heart out on the field, running, like literally running from one end to the other of the field, covering that defensive back line as well. And then I just wish that we took certain opportunities, but it seemed the team also had the same with the men, the pressure of being at home as a core team really gets to you. But you can only use that excuse so many times.
For sure,
and I'm hoping that SA Rugby implements certain changes and invest, and we get corporate sponsors to come on board and invest more into that structure, because now we're a core team and they've qualified for the Olympics.
Well, our professionals are just going to leave the country, and that's the bottom line. So they're going to be spending more time abroad, and this is great because the ladies will constantly, you talk about the likes of Nadine, I bet you there are so many teams from America, from Europe, looking at our ladies. So,
Japan.
So, yeah, and Japan, and we know the money is good. In terms of those final matches, I love the fact that this year I had equal excitement about watching both the men's and the women's final. I love the fact that there has been this massive kind of quantum leap forward in terms of the coverage and the interest within the women's game. What a great time for the Blitzboks women to be playing at that level. But it does speak to how much they've got to do to get to the same level as, say, in Australia, which has layers of professionalism beneath it.
With all of Australia's problems that they're having from an administrative point in the 15-man game, their sevens is flourishing at the moment. I won't lie, I was on Argentina's side last night, taking on the men after we lost to them.
I don't think you were alone, buddy.
I was not alone. But the Australian women outfit, like, how amazing and professional are they? And both games, semi-final and final, playing with 6 players on the field, defending it, and that gutsy French team, 28-26, absolutely amazing is the only word that comes to me.
It was a final.
That is what sevens rugby is about. We want to see it going down to the final seconds, 1 point, 2 points, 3 points. Can they? Because slip of concentration, you got that line, you're scoring a try on the other side, and you can come back again and do it. And we've seen it this weekend. I think over 300 or almost 300 tries. And players were just pushing to get the best out of it. And then again, Argentina just chipping away, away.
Apart from the locals being disappointed with the result, for those that were at the stadium, being one of them as well, what was the vibe actually like? Was that a win overall, at least?
Absolutely amazing. You know, Carl was there. Carl was entertaining us and going crazy. But we had some of the best acts, firework displays. Cape Town came out and enjoyed themselves. The costumes were absolutely amazing. So definitely looking forward to seeing what is going to happen next on the series. I don't think anyone else will be able to take on Cape Town, but we look forward to it.
Listen, and I think as a nation, maybe our gas tank is empty. Emotionally, I don't think I've got anything left. I need this December to come now. Okay, because I'm running on fumes. I haven't been able to get out of second gear. So emotionally, I think we are all a little bit spent. And the same would be said for all of our sportsmen and women. It's been a crazy, crazy year. Maybe this was the chance for just Cape Town to put a hand up to make sure that the rest of the world continually wants to come here for our sevens leg. But to the Blitzboks men and to our ladies, we love you guys. We absolutely love you.
Well done.
Well, we continue on sports, and as the Sports Institutes reach new heights of achievement, their roots remain firmly planted in community soil. A commitment to giving back becomes a cornerstone where athletic excellence transcends boundaries, sowing seeds of inspiration and cultivating a legacy of social impact. That's exactly how it is for Luke Michael and his Performance Institute. Let's take a look.
Empowering children with the skill of self-defense isn't just a life skill, it's a lifeline. And in the very capable hands of the Luke Michael Performance Institute, his trainers, his amazing wife Chelsea, alongside the incredible World Sports Betting, it becomes a beacon of hope, teaching the young people of the Giant Slayers youth group in Hanover Park not just how to protect themselves physically, but also instilling a sense of resilience, confidence, empowerment that is going to echo far beyond that. Chelsea, you hear the energy, the laughter, the engagement upstairs. You've got to be feeling pretty good after this build up to get to this point. How does it feel having the kids here, these young people in your space?
Oh, Graham, it's honestly such a dream come true for Luke and myself. We've been working on this for years to have a platform of our own to be able to bring the kids from Hanover Park to an institute like this and be able to give them a day to learn a skill and have some fun and eat some good food. And yeah, it's honestly just, it's incredible.
When you get to see young eyes looking back at you, how good does that feel? Put today in perspective.
Today's amazing. You know, it's incredible to see and feel the energy of these amazing kids. You know, just to give back and to see the passion and the hunger and the desire, you know, to learn. It's been so fulfilling for me.
You need the right kind of partner to invest your time and effort into, and the Giant Slayers and their incredible young people they represent certainly are that. Why were they the right fit for you?
Because obviously I've known their story for a while now. I've been following their story and journey for the last 2 years. My goal is, Graham, to empower them. You know, I want them to leave here feeling more empowered. You know, if they're going through any struggles walking in here, I want them to leave feeling like it's okay. You know, they feel more equipped and just stronger mentally, physically, emotionally. It's a very fulfilling experience to have that opportunity to empower others with what I know and experience myself.
What Luke and Chelsea and World Sports Betting are achieving with these kids transcends just being a project. This proves their long-term commitment, not just to the Giant Slayers, but to every individual child here from Hanover Park. This is massive. It's not just about the self-defense, the protection, the physical development. It's about instilling a transformative narrative that they will go and propagate, spread in their community, within their families, within their schools. This is going to be life-changing. Amazing. I think few people understand the war that's waging around these kids every single day. What is their reality like in Hanover Park?
We live in a high-risk community. Gang violence is ruling our area. Young people losing their lives every day. But however, we have young people that have the resilience, that have the discipline, that have the dreams, that want to come out of that situation and don't want to belong to gangs, but have a brighter future. You know, we normally in environments where we traumatize people, there's no hope. But today we experience excitement, a hope that is beyond us, you know, and therefore we are grateful, yeah?
What about today had the most impact?
It's the fact that they wanted to learn. Because I've always wanted more girls to do it. I always wanted to motivate girls because I always constantly get messages from parents saying that their girls are watching me and they hope their daughters to be like me one day. And it makes me happy because I'm like, oh, I'm actually inspiring people wanting to be a badass and like trying to be like cool. Because girls tend to think like if you do martial arts, like, oh, you'll be manly or like it's too difficult. And it's not. It's a place where you can be free, you can be yourself, you can express yourself, you can be strong, you can be beautiful, you can be both at the same time. So I'm really hoping I can just inspire more girls. And the fact that so many girls came today made me really, really happy.
Relationship, almost 5 years with World Sports Betting, you know, really just giving me opportunity to sort of express myself, you know, in my professional career, but also now in the business world. I have the same mindset in business than I do in fighting. And just to have World Sports Betting facilitating that whole journey and process has been amazing. There's no other way to put it, you know, and I'm super grateful for them for being on my team. It's been amazing, man, and I'm really grateful. I'm looking forward to the future.
Could leave just one notion, one thought in these young people's minds. What do you want them to believe? What gets you through the day?
I'm living on this line that change is possible, and to make an impact in someone's life a day will contaminate the whole world. So just make a positive impact in someone's life a day, that is good enough.
This isn't self-defense. This is finding your tribe, and a powerful tribe at that. With World Sports Betting behind this movement, it is only going to grow and help more young women, young people, not just find their resilience, find their confidence, but also find their tribe. My heart is full. This is amazing. Man, to Luke, Chelsea, Alex, to everyone who was involved, the Giant Slayers, that entire organization, but most importantly, the kids for stepping up. And I say kids loosely. Some incredible young people just doing amazing things, and some heavy hitters. I guarantee you, one of those young people is going to be a future champ. My sore hands tell that tale, but it was such a joy.
I was quite impressed seeing you doing those little
we had to constantly keep ourselves in check. It's an inspiring place to train and to enter into. But when you see young people embracing that, layers of development. It was so cool, so cool. Well done, team. Very good.
Absolutely incredible.
What's also absolutely incredible is if you take a little bit more attention and place it on G-Man's arms, you'll see the pump is just ridiculous this morning. I don't know what's happening to his body, but I'm here for it. I'm here to see that man also moving some more. Now, we're going to keep moving on your Feel Good Breakfast show right now. We're going to give you some of the key points from the COP28. And then, of course, with me being nature boy, I can't be more excited for this one. We're going to show you how we can bring nature indoors and bask in all its beautiful ambience. That and a whole lot more on your Feel Good Breakfast show in just a bit. We'll see you there.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show. Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso on S3. Now, when it comes to climate change, it affects us all. And today we have Francesca de Gasfrey, Executive Director at SAFC, who attended COP28, the UN Climate Change Conference, to help us understand its outcomes and to really unpack it for us in layman's terms.
One would imagine we stand up and say the world is in crisis. What are we going to do about it? There are so many issues laid into this, and now we're starting to, thankfully, I suppose, see them permeate every level of life now. I don't think there is a country that hasn't been affected by crazy weather over this last year. So if we needed motivation, we've had it. Did COP28 deliver? What were the big issues that were focused on at this year's event?
Well, it's actually all still at play. They're still meeting. COP has had a weird 2 weeks, so they've got another 36 hours left, I believe. And so it's all still at play, and often they run over. So we're still waiting.
Which is great. We don't mind. Run over. Run over. Take the time that you need.
Yeah, we're still waiting to see. I mean, it's been quite a tricky COP. Things have got very stuck at times. There were some big breakthroughs with things like loss and damage, which is the fund that's meant to help people when there's been a disaster, been a flood. That came through, but still very little funds going, not enough yet. Yeah.
Actually moving, yeah.
Do we find these COP gatherings and conferences effective? Or is it just all talk and not much action?
Let's see after 36 hours, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's complicated, right? All the countries of the world, they call them parties, come together and negotiate. It's a negotiation process. It's highly technical. Sometimes they get caught on things like whether there's an S or not at the end of a word.
Okay.
It's highly political.
It's legislation, so
Yeah.
it has to be, yeah.
Look, I think it's absolutely critically important, but we can't wait for the COPs. They're slow. Sometimes they move backwards. There's a lot that happens around them that's critically important. And the signaling is, we're slowly moving in the right direction. But I would say that it's a very difficult environment, especially if you're not highly technical, to follow what's really going on.
Okay.
There's political influence, there's economic influence, and we understand this. And it's going to get more difficult the closer we get, I suppose, to that event horizon of things actually shifting, because we've got to make it real in the real world. We understand that. I suppose one of those avenues, fossil fuels, many countries jumping on board. I think 80 countries advocating for a shift away. Where do you think we stand in that? Because this does speak to a very big economic question in that space as well. And for the developing countries that don't have the cash, the reserves, the tools that are dealing with the disasters, it's a very difficult question to ask. So where do you think we sit in that lifespan? Are they here? Are they going? Are we going to see fossil fuels hanging around for a bit longer?
I mean, that's such a critical issue, as you say. And it's whether we get rid of them or phase them out or phase them down. That's a real sticking point, because obviously a lot of these countries, including the host country, it's being hosted in Dubai, are reliant, their economies are reliant on fossil fuels. Yeah, they're oil companies. So they're pushing hard for us not to phase out. But every single country has a nationally determined contribution. In other words, we have a set amount of carbon we're allowed to use that we've committed to ourselves. And so this is going to have to happen, whether they like it or not. You can't change science, you can't change nature. This is what's going on. So it's a tricky time for a lot of countries that their economies really do depend on it. But we need global consensus, and it needs to happen.
And there are some oil-rich nations that could possibly balance out the economic equation quite easily when we look at the cash reserves that are in play. Yeah.
It's all in the plan, really. If you plan for something, we often hear people who get really worried about things and say, we can't do it, it's impossible. But actually, we've got time, we need to plan for it. I'm really hopeful about how we're going to tackle this issue. I'm sort of an optimistic pessimist. I think we need
One has to be, I suppose, in your space, yeah. Okay, I like that, I'll take it.
Definitely. Now, Francesca, I know you said it's quite tricky to understand the terminology always associated with it. But we know we are third world, we are developing, we always have that disadvantage to a certain degree. How are we doing with the global standards that's being set? Because we need to follow them.
Look, I think South Africa plays a really critical role for the continent. It's also the 13th biggest emitter. So South Africa's got a very important role to play. I would say South Africa is ambitious, but we also have got some tough decisions to make. In our energy system, which is a highly contested place, we have issues with it. We're wanting to drill offshore, but really what we need to do is get serious about creating jobs and moving on to renewables. Lots of sun here, we can easily do that.
We will farm the energy. We will farm it and farm it and farm it, because we can. Or we shall capture the carbon. What I love about these sort of terms, and you talk about those that we obviously, and I probably have a completely wrong understanding of what that means, because I'm going sci-fi with this, but it's one of the terms that's been bandied about quite a lot here. And it speaks to new technology. It speaks to maybe a few more tools in our toolkit than we've had in the past to tackle climate change. So maybe you can explain what carbon capture actually is and where it fits into the kind of bigger ecosystem.
I mean, carbon capture is another one of those big concepts. Some people want us to be able to continue polluting and sort of suck the carbon out of the atmosphere. A lot of it is speculative.
An extractor fan, yeah.
Yes, exactly, and that's really highly speculative. But if you're trying to reduce emissions through that kind of carbon capture, that's a different kind of thing. So I think we need to unpack these terms. I personally think prevention is better than cure. Definitely. We're already quite sick as a planet. We need to stop emitting. So, yeah.
When you left the conference, did you leave there with a glass half full or a glass half empty?
Were you a pessimistic optimist or an optimistic pessimist?
It's like Short-nosed cat. Is there a glass?
Yeah. If no one can see the cat hiding in the glass, is there?
That's a good answer. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us and just bringing us the highlights and just the direction we as a nation is heading and what some of the outcomes that's come from COP28. So thank you, Francesca.
Thank you.
And I would add to that, and I think the first point that you made, that this is just one part of the puzzle. We as consumers probably make up the biggest part of that puzzle, the choices that we make, how we choose to live our lives, the impact we choose to make as individuals. All of those little incremental changes are what have added up to bring us to this point. We can't just blame big business or our governments or countries for where we sit. It's individuals who have made choices. So think about the choices that you are making in your life.
Yeah, think about those choices, and maybe we can create some great choices for you, especially when it comes to your space and your sanctuary. Now, having a space to unwind and de-stress in is of utmost importance. But to create the perfect bathroom environment, now you know you need to have a few accessories to combine and bring that space to life. So, here to give you some top tips on how to bring nature indoors, we've got a plant expert and stylist. Goes with the name of Sue Kingma in the building. Sue, how are we doing this morning?
Hi.
Are you excited? Are you even as excited as I am? Because I'm nature boy, I'm seeing plants, I'm already like, can I have them all, please? Are you good though?
Yes, I am.
Look, it's a Monday morning, and I think a lot of us are looking for a way to kind of invigorate our space, invigorate our sanctuary and our home, and especially now that we're heading into that sort of season where you can spruce things up. You've got guests coming through. I think the bathroom is a big space that a lot of us are not always concentrating on in terms of creating a great ambiance, right? So when it comes to maybe, let's start off with like natural tones, let's say wood and sort of stony sort of textures. What does that do for the environment? Is that something that we can actually bring inside with us, or should we rather just leave that to like the stoop and the patio and the outside areas?
You can definitely bring it into the bathroom. All those soft, natural tones in themselves are soothing and calming.
Okay.
And you could be using your wood and your stone in your covers for your plants. Here we've used wood, mapani root, to mount a staghorn fern on.
Oh, beautiful.
And here is a terracotta in stone colour, a cover pot for the hen and chicken's bonnie, so that she looks beautiful.
And she does, and it is something that I think also works so well together. It's a lot easier to actually combine these natural tones and textures. But let's talk about the other main reason that I'm seeing the table full of green here, which is something I've been trying to incorporate into my home. Why and how do we incorporate green elements like plants into, let's say, a space like a bathroom? And what sort of environment can that change, or how can it impact that environment that we are in when it comes to the bathroom space?
The plants love the bathroom. It's one of their favorite places. And you always, because the bathroom is often going to be misty and humid and nice and damp for the plants, you first think of things like ferns. And we've got the staghorn fern done two different ways, one mounted and one in a beautiful ceramic pot. And there's a rabbit's foot fern. So you can see there's different ferns that you could have. And then we've got a chrysamino, which is a variation on a kokedama, but now it's flat and it's displayed on the table, also come out of the bonsai tradition.
And are these two, especially with the staghorn and this one, are they, what is inside this? Is the soil medium inside this?
The soil is a particular mix that molds that you can craft with your hands.
Wow.
And then we've bound it with dried moss and thread, and it's shaped, and the shape has to be correct to look beautiful.
This is beautiful, okay.
And this is a bird's nest fern Osaka. So there's another kind of fern. There are others, but those are the ones that came with me.
All right.
And then we also have the standard easy plant, your delicious monster, also in a beautiful pot, also bringing in those natural tones into the bathroom. And we've got peace in the home that everybody knows, and it loves the bathroom, and it just spreads. So it will not stay looking like this happy in the bathroom. It's going to go down.
Which is a great problem to have.
I've brought also two indigenous plants. I always promote indigenous plants. The Selaginella, which is indigenous to the Knysna forest and elsewhere. This is Selaginella kraussii. And this is an ancient plant. It's not a moss. It's not a fern. It's somewhere in between those two, and it must be one of the first plants that came onto land. And every little branch here develops roots. So if a piece falls down, you've got a new Selaginella plant. And this loves low light, loves moisture. And then I've got Bonnie, which is a hybrid of our hen and chickens, which has gone worldwide as an indoor plant. And this can take low light or higher light. It's a very adaptable plant. I love Bonnie because of Bonnie's hairstyle. She's got curls.
All right, so we definitely tick the box when it comes to what plants work in a bathroom, and especially when it comes to high or low light. But let's talk about, obviously, there's things like natural lighting as well as color, right? These things both have an impact on the space. They're both pretty important. I would imagine for certain people, not having enough light in the bathroom, does that affect the sort of plants that we can have, or will all of these still work well in that environment?
And not enough light, you would go for the ferns, the peace in the home, the selaginella. If you've got more light in your bathroom, the delicious monster would also be happy with very low light.
Yeah.
If you've got more light in your bathroom, the lucky Chinese money plant would love to be there, whereas this one likes light, it likes even morning sun, and grows strongly towards the light. And the hen and chickens is also happy to be in higher light. There are other plants that could be in a very high light, for instance, a cheflera or a croton. They like even full sun. And those are the kind of plants that we use along the Atlantic seaboard, along Sea Point, Bantry Bay, where they get flooded with light.
Well, Sue, thank you so much for coming through. You've honestly shown us that you are a wealth of knowledge, that you have expertise when it comes to plants, when it comes to almost including these in our homes. And I think, Mzansi, this is a great way to learn, to be inspired. If you want to know more about this, you can also reach out to Sue. She has incredible wealth of knowledge when it comes to being able to incorporate all these beautiful sort of green elements into your home. And that's what it's about, creating a beautiful sanctuary for your home, bringing the outside in. And it's time for you to get ready to channel your inner designer with Twin Saver. And that's as they give you the chance to put those tips and tricks to use, with a chance to win one of 10 bathroom makeovers worth 30,000 Rand each. So for more information on how to enter, simply visit twinsaver.co.za. I hope you've been inspired.
Thank you, Raul. Well, listen, we are taking the quickest of breaks. When we get back, I had some special friends join me to go to the beach for a fun day, and we'll be sharing that with you. And then you can see these beautiful ingredients in front of me. We have got a mocktail challenge on its way, so don't go anywhere.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. Let's get outdoors as we bask in the sun's warm embrace. Summer holiday beach days unfold, and we are here for that. From splashing in the waves to playing games in the sand, there is nothing quite as enjoyable for the whole family. There's a reason why we flock to our beaches, and Zoe did exactly that. She enjoyed what looks like a very fun beach day of her own with a few of her mates. Let's see if we can tag along just for a little bit.
Are you ready for our beach day?
Yes!
Oh, we are going to be soaking up all the festive fun with a December holiday beach day. The sun is shining, the waves are calling, and we are guaranteed endless fun. Are we going to pick this spot?
Yes!
Let's set up. Woohoo! Awesome. It's a kid's paradise at the shore where holiday joy meets fun under the South African sun. Now grab your sunblock and join us for our beach day festivities. We are taking the fun to a whole new level. Today we are at Maiden Cove and we've got all of these incredible goodies from the Crazy Store. Let's have some fun with the kids. Are you guys ready?
Yes!
Woo! Let me introduce you to the Beach Dream team. We have Davide here. We are joined also by Demi as well as Matilda. Oh, we're gonna have so much fun today. Before we get to our sandcastle competition, what do you think of doing a bit of a warm-up first?
Yes!
Okay, I have these really cool bats and balls, and why don't we split into teams of 2? The aim is for you to hit the ball without it landing on the sand, okay? You guys ready?
Yes!
Okay, who's gonna be my partner?
Me!
Oh, this paddle ball set is incredible with this quality bat and lightweight, colorful bouncy ball. This is guaranteed to be a game changer and to give you endless amounts of fun. Now that we are all warmed up, it's time for us to get into our sand building competition with these really cool buckets and spades from the Crazy Store. I have this cute little mold that is the shape of a palm tree. It even comes with the cutest little watering can and some spades, and this is what we will need to build the ultimate sandcastle, where we turn this stretch of sand into a masterpiece. There is a twist. We're going to team into groups of 2 and we'll see who can build the best sandcastle.
Maybe we'll just build a base of the castle and put 4 of these on top, like this, and then we can put one of these on top, which makes it a huge pyramid, and we can decorate it with shells. What do you think?
It's a good idea. Let's do it.
Davide, what are we going to do?
We're gonna dig a hole around our sandcastles to make a moat.
Okay, I think that's a good idea. These sand buckets are incredible. It comes with different molds. It's great for small little hands, so everyone can play with it. And if you look at the different molds, there is the palm tree, there's a little castle. You really have so many options for great imaginative play.
Perfect!
Well, we are done building our sand castles, and we did say it's a competition, so let's see if we can find a fellow beachgoer to judge and decide who has the winning sand castle. Which castle do you think is the winner?
I would go with number 1.
Guys, you just... Now that we know whose sandcastle reigns supreme, it's time for us to cool down. I think it's time for the kids to grab their really cool boogie boards, get into the water to cool down, and I'm gonna go sit under the umbrella and cool down that way. You can level up your water play with some incredible goodies from the Crazy Store. I'm talking about the mega water gun blaster. There's also the whimsical animal blaster and the unicorn blaster, which is going to be the best way to cool down this summer. What an incredible day with my little beach crew. We will definitely be back to do another beach day pretty soon. But if you're heading to the beach this festive season, make sure you stop by the nearest Crazy Store and pick up all of the beach goodies you need to make this a holiday to remember. Now it's my turn to get them back.
I think I would have screamed exactly like that. I was wondering if Ryle and I would have been more juvenile or immature than the friends that you invited to the beach. We probably would have been, but it looked awesome.
Oh, it was so much fun. I mean, with the Crazy Store, we just had so many activities to keep our beach day active.
Yeah, absolutely cool. So you can get your plug-in at the Crazy Store to have, it looks like bucket loads, literally buckets full, bucket loads of fun this summer.
Whoever you are, whatever you need, you'll find great value for the whole family at the Crazy Store. So duck into a store near you and be surprised.
Well, this is, of course, the season to bring in all the chias, all the good stuff, and make some incredible memories. And using something refreshing, like some of the most delicious ingredients to do exactly that. So it all screams summer, and a delicious recipe bringing summer together is on its way. Well, think about this recipe. We first got two contestants to make this one happen, and I hope you're ready for this one. It's a trivia. It's not just a challenge. It's not just a mocktail trivia, but it's something special. Today's challenge, right? Now listen to this, Mzansi. Maybe you can play along too. I'm going to be asking 7 questions. For each correct answer, right, you can choose an ingredient to add to your ultimate Christmas punch. And that's going to be starting with a base of crushed fruit nectar blend, and we're going to be using the apple flavor. Now, the twist, the product must look good and all the flavors must be well balanced. So, while we're at it, let me just grab you something nice cold. As we've just mentioned right now, voila, we've got the beautiful
and we need 2 jugs
coming in.
Ah,
I've got
look
for
at
you.
that.
Thank you very much.
Voila. All right, so the challenge only starts now, okay? So you guys have to figure out the correct answer to 7 questions. If you get it right, obviously starting with the base, you then get to add more ingredients into your mocktail. So who ends up with the best mocktail depends on who can answer the questions correctly.
Are we making a shared mocktail?
No, so basically you can well, I think you can make it in each glass separately.
All right,
separately, of course. This was just to decant our beautiful crush apple flavor nectar into the big jar there. So if you don't want to pour it straight in the bottle, you can. But I've got 2 for you, so don't stress. Yeah, just make it look good.
Beautiful.
Gorgeousness.
So, are we ready, ladies and gentlemen? Mzansi, you can play along with this one. Our first question is, how many flavors has the crushed fruit nectar blend range launched in? So, how many flavors?
Oh, man, you were very confident.
Do you need any clues?
Gee whiz.
Okay, give us do you have clues?
I'll give you 3 different options, all right? You got 3, 4, or 5.
I'm gonna say 5.
I'm gonna say 3.
Okay. Ooh, so Zoe's going 3. G, you going?
5.
5. The correct answer is 4 flavors.
Oh, man. I'm still thirsty. I'm still thirsty. Okay.
We've got 6 more chances to get the base in, but just so you are aware, it comes in the following flavors. We've got crushed fruit nectar selections of orange, guava, mango, and apple, all right? Those are our 4 selections, all right?
Okay.
So, with that being said, our next question is, what are the 3 pack sizes in which the new range is available in?
Zoe.
3. Yeah, Zoe, what is it?
There is 200 ml, there's 500 ml.
You want to start again, maybe? Let's start again.
There's 250 ml.
No, let me just start
There's 300 ml.
320. 320.
There's 500 ml, 1 litre and 1.5.
Yeah, like
1.75. 2 liters.
G-Man, go for it. You said 500.
500. 1 liter, 2 liter. No.
500, 1.25.
Yes.
And a 3 litre.
Yeah!
3 liters? Oh, you've got some juice.
Finally,
well done.
The first ingredient can get in.
I'm going to have fruit salad this morning by the looks of it. Oh, well done,
Right, G-Man. Level 1, Zoe's got
I like the fact that you get the 3 litre. I actually haven't thought about that, but like we'll chow a litre easy peasy, done in one day.
Yeah.
I love that. Very,
and
very good.
especially when you're going out with your friends and making memories and doing something just like that. All right, next question. What makes the launch of the 3 litre size so special? G-Man.
Well,
you were kind of alluding to it right now.
Well, how can you just give him the answer?
Yeah, I know. Well, this is years of pent up losses to you, Zoe, that are playing out in Ryle's world.
This is true.
More value. I don't think we've ever seen a 3 litre before in this space, eh?
Pretty much, man. This is the first time the 3 litre has been launched under the Crush brand ever. So finally, our bases are here already.
There we go. Okay, we are winning. We are winning.
It doesn't matter after this. Everybody's a winner. But let's see how we can spruce this up, right? So I need you guys to complete the following sentence.
Okay.
Don't forget to your day.
Crush.
Oh, it's too
man.
easy. It's too easy. What are you going to crush for this next recipe?
I'm going to add some cherries.
Ooh, and those are some proper
These
cherries.
are beautiful cherries. I like odd numbers.
Ooh, you made this thing already.
How does that look?
Look a bit fancy now, eh,
looks like an ad. Come on,
You've got to step it up.
Cinnamon sticks.
Next question, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get straight into it. What is Crush known for having the freshest of?
Fruit juice.
Oh, looks like Zoe just snuck in there.
Oh, come on.
I think both of us can grab it and grab it.
So yeah, I think that's a dead
Just
job.
'cause I
Both of
wanna
you can
put one
add
in
in
each,
something
yeah.
special. You may go with the cinnamon and a little apple infusion here
I'm
by
going to go with
Zoe.
the apple. I'm just going to grab a
nice.
knife so I can cut it.
All right, while she does that, all right, we've got one more question coming through.
All right,
Let's
all
see how
right,
we can
all right.
spruce this up. True or false is your next question.
Go.
Crush is
you.
also available in pineapple flavor.
Yes, I'm going to say yes, it's true.
Okay, so G-Man's saying yes, it's true,
I'm
Zoe.
going to say false.
And the correct answer is false. Zoe once again
damn it.
coming through.
That was just my hopes and dreams crushed there.
A plethora of ingredients coming through here, of course. It looks like G-Man Zoe.
It's her quiet confidence that gets you, buddy.
It is. It's weirdly intimidating, right?
Really, it's not even weirdly, it's just very intimidating, man. It's just...
But although Zoe
unsettling.
won this challenge, I think you both are winners when it comes to mocktail because it doesn't matter what you have. As long as there's crush in the glass, you're already a winner, G. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much, guys, for taking part in this one. But for you, Mzansi, you can take part in the vibrant conversation on our Clover Crush social media pages. And don't forget to crush your day, just like Zoe clearly does all day. It's not even a competition.
From the freshest fruit full of vitamins. Crush it real good. Clover Crush, your daily goodness. Also in delicious new nectar.
Us parents need peace of mind when it comes to things like colic, maybe packing for the holidays, and especially our baby's tummy troubles.
Oh yeah, now Scopex has you covered. You can win 5,000 Rand weekly to make your life easier and your baby's tummy happier.
You need to answer Expresso's weekly question on Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram with that all-important hashtag Scopex, and it could be yours. T's and C's apply. Good luck.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your feel-good breakfast show. It's Expresso on S3. Can you believe it? 1 hour down, 2 more to go on your Monday. Let's quickly catch up on those morning headlines.
Thank you, Zoe. Yes, it's just gone 2 minutes past 7, and it's time for official duties once again, starting with national headlines. Now, the Minister of Higher Education, Blade Nzimande, says his department has collected 3.8 billion Rand to finance the so-called lost middle group of students. Now, he referred to students who were part of households that earn between 350 and 600,000 Rand annually. Now, they don't qualify for the NSFAS funding, but also cannot afford tertiary education. Now, Nzimande had appeared before Parliament's Portfolio Committee on Higher Education to discuss the tertiary sector's readiness for the 2024 academic year. Well, sticking in national headlines, the Minister of Mineral Resources and Energy, Gwede Mantashe, says the sit-in at Gold One mine in Springs on the East Rand is now a hostage situation. Now, he met with the mine management, labor unions and the police yesterday, and some 400 mine workers at the mine have not resurfaced following an underground sit-in. Now, he says they have handed the situation over to the police, and it's reported that some people underground are being held by force, and some that resurfaced had been badly assaulted. Well, now moving over to international headlines. And an international group of scientists has called for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. Now, the group consists of some 700 scientists from 34 countries, including physicists, mathematicians, biologists, chemists, doctors, engineers, and social scientists in academia and the industry. Now, they say the events in Gaza compel them to take a stand against war and the use of science for destruction. But meanwhile, America has approved an emergency agreement to supply ammunition to Israel. Now, the emergency deal sidesteps Congress, where infighting has delayed approval of a multi-billion-dollar aid package for Israel and Ukraine. Well, carrying on with the international headlines, the delivery of 1 million barrels of crude oil to a huge new refinery in Nigeria marks a major milestone in the process towards the country being able to produce fuel itself. Now, for years, the oil-rich nation has not been able to refine the product. Importing refined oil has imposed some extra costs on the country. Now, it's not clear when the huge Dangote refinery will start working, but when fully operational, the $19 billion facility in Nigeria's commercial hub, Lagos, is predicted to produce some 650,000 barrels per day. Well, lastly, in our headlines, if you're still in the process of considering Christmas decorations to be put up, well, those in the White House, arguably the best-known house in the world, where America's presidential couple resides, could give you an idea or two. Now, look at this. The 2023 theme is the magic, wonder, and joy, and that is of the season. And it's inspired by how children experience the festive season. Completely present in the beauty and bounty around them, their senses alight with hearts open to the magic, wonder, and joy of the holidays. Now, 300 decorators spent a week transforming the executive mansion. And the result? Well, a 100 Christmas tree list filled with some 142,000 lights and 34,000 ornaments on display in the executive mansion, which expects about 100,000 visitors during the holiday season. Well, 'tis the season to carry on with the rest of the headlines right now, and G-Man has the latest when it comes to all things sport.
Thank you so much, Ryle. We were hoping for an early Christmas present. We didn't get it. Not a great weekend on a rugby front for the Blitzboks and our Springbok Lady Sevens team. But in a thrilling Cape Town Sevens showdown nonetheless, Argentina dominated the men's final, crushing Australia 45-12. Despite Australia's second half comeback with 2 tries, Argentina held firm. They sealed the deal with 3 more of their own, showing their progression. Meanwhile, Australia's women's team, they triumphed over France 29-26. Madison Levy securing a double there, one of the players of the tournament for me. In the HSBC 7 standings, Argentina topping the men's division, 38 points under the belt. And then Australia leading the women's division with 40 points themselves. Now let's turn to the 15-man format, and the Leicester Tigers, they secured a 35-26 victory over the DHL Stormers at Welford Road. Despite a late try by Josh Bassett denying Stormers a deserved bonus point, the Cape team's impressive performance did stand out. Meanwhile, Bulls, they triumphed 27-16 over the Saracens, capitalising on England's number 8, Billy Vunipola's red card. Next, the Stormers will face La Rochelle at home next week, while the Bulls, they'll be travelling to Lyon. Then let's bring it back home for a local footballing connection, and Mamelodi Sundowns, they've regained the top spot in the CAF Champions League Group A. That was after a hard-fought goalless draw with Egypt's Pyramids in Pretoria over the weekend. So leading on goal difference, Sundowns now top the group alongside TP Mazembe, Nohudbu and the Pyramids, all with 4 points each. As recent African Football League champions, Sundowns were anticipated by many to dominate the mini-league, where the top 2 teams will progress to the quarterfinals. Then sadly, on the cricketing front, persistent rain played spoil sport at Kingsmead in Durban, leading to the abandonment of that first T20 international between the Proteas and India yesterday after much anticipation. So the match, set to begin at 4 p.m, was ultimately called off just before 6 p.m, preventing even the toss from taking place. So this T20 was part of a multi-format tour. Inbound, of course, featuring 3 T20 internationals, 3 ODIs, followed by 2 test matches. But the action will resume in Gqeberha this coming Tuesday, so tomorrow, concluding at the Wanderers in Johannesburg on Thursday. So we don't have to wait too long. Let's hope the weather plays along. But that's where we leave our sport for now. Let's see how the roads are looking.
Thank you, Graham. Let's start off with your traffic in Majuba, KZN. There's a burning truck on the N11 route at Majuba Pass. Please avoid the affected area. And moving to Pretoria in Gauteng, there's been an accident. It's on the N4 eastbound after Rousseau Street. 2 left lanes are closed and it's causing heavy delays. Add some extra travel time to your journey. That's your traffic. Let's take another look at your weather. And the SA Weather Service says widespread heavy rains are expected into early this week. Heavy rainfall is likely to occur in many parts of the northwest, the Free State, Gauteng, Mpumalanga, Limpopo and KwaZulu-Natal, elevating the risk of flooding. Forecaster Al Tobello says motorists and pedestrians are urged not to try and cross rivers or streams which are already flooded. While this is good news for farmers and those involved with the agricultural industry, there is also a significant risk of flooding or river flooding in association with persistent heavy rain, which could cause significant disruptions in some provinces, especially over the central and the eastern parts of the country, Tobella said. Well, on that note, let's take a look at your sunrise view since it's 7 a.m. This one was sent in by Rob van der Velde, who said, "What a glorious start to the festive month from my balcony in Pringle Bay, the Western Cape." Look at that beautiful sunrise view. Well, why don't you share yours? Let us know perhaps where you are, and we would love to show it. And you can do that on our WhatsApp line. Our number is 063 408 8863. Let's take a look at your temperatures for your Monday.
Now we talk about those early Christmas presents. How about an estimated 430,000 Rand jackpot? It could be yours if you are brave enough to play the Daily Lotto today. So you can only win if you play. We know this, and there are multiple ways that you can get your hands on those tickets. So you can buy your tickets today in store. You can go online, nationallottery.co.za. You can use their brilliant mobile app. You can use your cell phone banking. I'm sure there's a tab there on your app, or you can simply dial *120*7529# for USSD. But all those details are up on our social channels, so you can go check them out. And you could be just taking one step closer to your big, and it's a big payday, but only if you ponder, push, or play. All the best of luck.
And suddenly I feel very underdressed amongst these two handsome fellows. What is going on here, Mzansi? It seems like and feels like a little bit of unity though, right? We just need one more point here and then we could create a square. You see where I'm going? You see where I'm going?
Boy band. Okay.
Listen, these two beautiful, dashing-looking lads are not here just to show off their good looks, but we're talking about something absolutely incredible. They're coming through for the community, for the men's and for the people. We're talking about unity on the square, an incredible chance to celebrate, to share some good tunes, make some memories, and that's where we dive into a great conversation in just a bit. You guys ready for this? Not now.
Not now. Let's take a break, man.
Okay, have a break, and then
we
can
at least.
Okay, you enjoy yourself. We'll see you after this, Mzansi.
May fortune be in your favor with World Sports Betting Spin and Win promotion. You could drive away in one of 9 Polo Vivos and win a share of 12 million Rand in instant prizes. Earn a free spin on our virtual wheel daily when you bet 5 Rand or more. Visit wsb.coza and get spinning. World Sports Betting, your one-stop gaming destination. Bet with the best.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso on S3. And we're super excited because joining us now on our couch, we have singer, actor, entertainer, and organizer of the Unity on the Square, Lukman Adams, alongside musician Emo Adams and City of Cape Town Deputy Mayor Eddie Andrews. And they are here to tell us all about the festive plans. And of course, you guys are all looking very dapper.
Likewise.
Looking
Thank you so much.
dapper. Loving the pop of color.
Thank you. Obviously, when you were saying singer, entertainer, you were talking about Eddie, right? Because he looked like he's ready to choreograph.
He looks like he's going to keep you guys in check. I hope he is actually, because I'm going to ask him a question a little bit later. Before I do, though, let's get straight into it. Let's get into the hype of this. The festival is back. It's star-studded. I'm looking at the lineup. It's absolutely incredible. For those that have been living under a rock, though, that have no idea why we are all excited, plug Mzansi in, man. Tell us about this event, Unity on the Square, what it's about, and when is it happening?
Okay, so Unity on the Square was basically an idea that started about 3 years ago. It was my wife's idea. We just came out of COVID, and the whole concept was to create work for musicians who have lost so much coming out of the period. While we were creating this concept, we realized that we affected so many other sectors and other line items. The second year, we had the youth. We tried to find a platform where the youth could be performing with existing artists, and it grew and grew and grew. And now we're at a place where we can even employ 50 CPUT students, third year and fourth year students that are studying event management, obviously. Wow. And we can give them what it's like to actually be on the field. And they can, so doing the practical of
impact here beyond.
So it's job creation, it's alles in one full package. And we're excited about that, being able to grow like that. Then that's besides the star-studded lineup.
Besides all the lekkerness there.
And we can only do it with the City of Cape Town.
Definitely.
And NAC, I mean, and because it's a monster. It's insane. Logistically, it's insane, and we plan for the whole year to do this event. So we're really, really excited about this one.
Oh, we are super excited. I mean, the two of you have a loyal following. So I'm pretty sure there were people that were at the first one, they were at the one last year. Now, for those coming this year, what will set it apart? What can people expect when they come to Unity on the Square?
I mean, I think they just always try to up the lineup. First and foremost, always trying to do something different, offer something different. But I think it's always about, for me, when I think about Unity on the Square, I mean, the 16th of December, Day of Reconciliation. There's so much crazy going on in the world that we forget the amazing country and land that we are in. And so this is a platform for us to celebrate each other, as opposed to going up again, oh, I'm better than you, and you're better than me. Not about, listen, let's just put all of that. How do we bring everyone together? And the fact that it's Unity on the Square, on Reconciliation Day, you want to be a part of that. So for me, really, in essence, besides the performance and the great lineup, the fact that the City of Cape Town is supporting this initiative means is this is a show by youth, for youth. And you have to pass it on, man. This is the building blocks of passing it on.
Oh, you're teasing us with the lineup. Who can we expect?
Well, I saw some big names. I saw Youngster, I saw Paxton, I saw Jimmy Neves. Who else is on that list?
Eddie is performing, right?
Are you performing?
Is Eddie, what? Are you
I'm doing a duet with Kurt Darren as well. So, yes.
So he's doing Los Lappy with Kurt Darren.
Yes,
Someone is Los and someone is Lappy.
You have to wait until the 16th to see what's happening.
Eddie, look, it's not just your performances, obviously, that you're involved in, right? You've got a more important role. It's keeping these two in check. Obviously, the fact that you're making this family-friendly.
Why do you say it like that, though?
You know,
Thank you for recognizing that.
Someone's got to do it, and that's a job on its own. You deserve a medal for that, just alone. But listen, seriously, though, speaking, I mean, the fact that this is also now catering to the family, this catering to the Mensa, catering to our people. We're using our rich cultural hub to show off our talent, to bring up some talent. Thank you, firstly, for making this happen.
Thank you.
But how are you ensuring that the gears remains as it has been in the past and what seems to be even better than the past? How are you making sure this box is ticked?
I think I just want to step back for a second or two. 3 years ago, when Lukman approached the city to partner with them, and I got on stage and I said, we will be back. This is my third time that I'll be attending the event on Saturday. And I mean, these guys are proudly Mitchell's Plain.
100%,
These are legends. They have their own following. They're not just creating spaces for other artists, but safe spaces. And I think that's why the City of Cape Town is partnering with it, because it's a family affair. We've got a festive period packed full of events, and we're partnering with the local City Improvement District, the City Enforcement Officers, but also an NPO called Pink Ladies to ensure that our kids are safely enjoying themselves in the CBD of town. But I think also we can have the amazing artists, Emo and Lukman and Kurt, and of course Paxton as well. But I think it's about unity as well. We need to celebrate our diversity. And the name Unity on the square, the location, it's important. And we should not lose sight of, after you've sung your last note and the band is packed down, let us reflect on the purpose of that particular day, that we must celebrate our diversity and we all have a part to play. And the arts, an amazing platform, an amazing mechanism to communicate that message, that you can achieve success, irrespective if you come from Mitchell's Plain or Valhalla Park or wherever up north. That's what the arts does. And I really love that. And that's why we are proud partners. And that's why the entire family must come. Because our country, our social fabric is important to us here in the City of Cape Town.
Oh, we are excited.
Credits roll!
I see why you brought Eddie Lowe. Okay, it all makes sense now.
Thank you for joining us. Make sure you get your tickets. Tickets are available at Quicket. It is the Unity on the Square Festival at Green Market Square this coming Saturday, the 16th of December. Make sure you get your tickets. It's going to be from 2 p.m. till 11 p.m. and those tickets are available at Quicket.
Yeah, lots of those performances to look forward to and lots more excitement. So Mzansi, stick around. Don't go anywhere.
So now, as we edge towards the end of the year and look forward to all the wonderful things on the way and, of course, a brand new year, we want to use today's Our Money Matters chat to reflect and look back. We want to reflect on our financial journey of 2023 and unpack where we made ourselves proud, where there is a little room or maybe a lot of room for improvement in 2024. So I'm going to ask our table to first come and join me, and then I'm going to invite these two wonderful individuals to do a little bit of deep thinking. Yeah, I'm sorry, I know it always gets real when we have Our Money Matters.
This is not a competition though, right?
No.
Okay, cool, then I'm good.
It's the competition of life, Ryle. I hate to say it, but yeah, I hate to say it. So here's the big question. I want you guys at home to play along here as well. If you could sum up your 2023 financial year in just one word, what would it be and why? Zoe Brown.
The word will be tough. It was really tough to manage all our expenses that came about this year. And it was tough having to see the interest rate climb and climb and climb. It was a tough year.
The goalposts moved a lot this year. They moved a lot, yeah, for sure.
I don't know if this is a word, enduring?
Enduring?
Like, it's just, I don't know what that word means, but the feeling of the word to me felt like you had to just keep pushing on, stay consistent, don't give up, like your time's coming, like keep chipping away. I think it really felt like that for me.
I like that, endurance, because you're an endurance athlete. Well, you're not actually an endurance athlete, but in the financial game, we all have to be. And again, I'm going to put this to you guys at home as well, because I want you to think deeply about this in terms of behavior or the goals that you set out. What was your biggest win? Zoe, what was your biggest success, getting that wedding off the ground?
I think for both myself and Robbie, the win was being able to plan our wedding, do it how we wanted. We didn't have to tap into savings, and we did it all ourselves.
Well done. So your first kind of unified financial goal tackled together, which is a great thing.
And it's so easy to get caught up in all the flowers and the extras that come with planning a wedding. But we said to ourselves, why did we want this wedding? He wanted to see me in a white dress. I wanted my dad to walk me down the aisle. And whenever we got overwhelmed with invoices, we were like, why are we doing this? Is having all those flowers necessary? And we were like, no, because we had our core reasons to why we wanted a wedding.
You joke about, I've seen a guy drop 120,000 Rand on flowers.
Wow.
120, so it's a thing. It's a thing.
Wow.
Okay, Ra, I'm going to put this one to you because I think we want to look forward. We know that this year has been challenging. We've had to kind of weave our way through quite a maze here. What are you going to work on moving into 2024? What's the goal?
I think for me, the goal is to be able to have a balance of being able to firstly pay off any debts constantly, right? So paying off those debts, but more importantly, somehow create a savings account. So be able to save, but also to enjoy my money at the same time. right? It's easy to do one or the other, but to do both, that's
You've
goals.
just got to be a bit more clear and
Yes, I'm hoping to be more clear, more conscious, more aware of my money, keep saving, but at the same time, enjoy my money. That's what I want to try to do next year.
Pick your battles, man. Pick your battles, because it's not going to get any easier. Yes, we have more and more tools to be able to utilize in this, but you've got to stay resolute. You've got to endure. And whilst you look forward to the brand new year and set those goals, take the time to look back. Do a bit of a debrief, especially if you're in it together with your partner. Acknowledge both your wins and those losses, those areas that you need to work on, and being mindful of your journey and setting your intentions will drastically help you on your journey towards financial freedom. And that's what we ultimately are all working for. And if you're seeking the help of a professional in your corner, you can reach out to the money experts. They're all about that personal banking. Nedbank.co.za.
Mabel, check this. With a MyGoals premium account, you get 12 free airport lounge visits.
12?
Yeah.
God, David, when are you busy planning your next getaway during office hours? Man.
Oh, well, we are excited that the festive season is upon us. And ladies, if you want that ultimate festive glam look, you are in for a treat.
And speaking of ultimate looks, obviously the sun is out, summer is here, 'tis the season, so why not get your shade game on? Yeah, Kukle is going to find out how to find the perfect shades for the season. So we're styling you out after this, don't go anywhere.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And yes, we are so excited because the festive season's here. 2 weeks to go until Christmas, and we want to make sure that you transform your canvas with a palette of rich, sparkling and festive hues. And here to help us achieve a show-stopping glamour makeup look perfect for the festive season is the one and only makeup artist and content creator, Renee de Wit. It's so great to have you back.
It's so good to be back. How are you?
Very well, thank you. Oh, we are talking makeup for the festive season. What are some of the trends we can look forward to?
Okay, so festive season. You're busy cooking in the kitchen all day. You've got 5 minutes to get ready. I always go for a pop of color or a bounce of glitter on the eye.
Sparkle?
The quickest thing is a sparkle.
Okay.
So if you have literally 5 minutes, I tend to do like the easiest option. This is a Sisley eyeshadow pen, so I'm just gonna show you how quick this is to go from day to night while your lamb's in the oven, or your fish or your chicken.
Whatever's on the menu.
And you blend it out super fast. I'm literally just gonna do one eye, just so we can see how quick this is. And then you're gonna layer it with a little bit of sparkle from Stila.
Oh.
And this is honestly the easiest way to transform day to night
don't be afraid of sparkle. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying don't be afraid. Match your Christmas tree and get all that sparkle on in 2 seconds.
Oh, I love that.
How
now,
pretty.
Kaylin has got gorgeous skin. She's our model today. You've added a bit of pop of color. So is it correct in saying this half of her face is her day look, and if she wants to go from day to night, that is the... How can we elevate your day to night look?
Easiest way, my glow palette from W Beauty. You know I'm obsessed with this.
Yes.
And I just take a little bit, turn to the side for me, other side, and I'm just going to pop highlights in strategic areas, so the highest points of your face.
And you're only using the one color?
Sometimes I kind of mix up. But the nice thing about this is you could double up as an eyeshadow palette quite easily. But look how pretty that glow is on her face. And
I love
2 seconds. You could put a little bit on your décolletage as well, your collarbones. And then the other thing I really love to do, which is also super easy, is a lipstick on the cheek.
Okay.
Quick. Hailey Bieber made this quite famous. Do you remember the last time we spoke?
Yes, the strawberry. Is that what they called the strawberry trend?
But look how simple and elevated that is. Top of the cheekbone, blend it out. And this is a coral shade from W Beauty. I've just added a bit of sparkle.
And it also helps when you apply lipstick with your fingers, because naturally your fingers will warm and will really get that product to blend into your skin.
Super simple, elevated.
Oh, I love that. I absolutely love that.
Also, I did put a few layers of mascara, Lancome mascara, which is Hypnose. It's unbelievably beautiful. And then fix everything into place, very importantly. This is my magic trick.
Okay.
So all the kisses you have, Christmas, your makeup's not going to move.
Let's see this. So we have our W Beauty makeup setting spray, which is also incredible because you also want to feel refreshed throughout the day. I think a lot of us forget that Christmas Day, even this entire festive season, we're in the heart of summer. You want the glow, but you don't want to look sweaty.
Exactly, and you want to rebloom your makeup. So throughout the day, you can mist.
Just spritz, and you're good to go.
Avoid the hair, girl.
Avoid the hair, otherwise it's going to mince, and then the cousins go home. And now, how can we finish off Kaylin's look?
Okay, so glam in a hurry. You literally have 1 minute. You take a pop of color. This is a Lancome. I'm taking it straight from the bullet. And
that's a beautiful color.
That is just so festive. And then just smash your lips together. And the trend is to have not the most perfect lip liner. Sadly, I love lip liner.
Okay.
But it's to have slightly smudged edges. And then you can elevate this a bit more. Clarins lip oil.
Just add a little bit of a gloss at the end.
Why not? Straight from the tube. Isn't that gorgeous?
That is beautiful. I love
that side is done. That side, not so much.
Okay. Well, we've got our day look and our night look, so there we go. Renee, it's always so great to talk beauty with you. Kaylin is a fantastic model, and it's so great that you can go and stock up on all of your beauty needs for the festive season. And get this, you get 25% off 2 selected beauty products until the 13th of December. That's this Wednesday. This offer is exclusively available online at woolworths.co.za. There are some T's and C's that apply.
Now, I absolutely love that. Renee, thank you so much for coming through and elevating us all. And speaking of elevating, when it comes to glam, when it comes to look, there's nothing cooler than wearing a nice pair of shades, bro.
It makes a big difference. And when you're stepping out in summer, you want to be able to socialize and style and finish that look off. And of course, Sunglass Hut, they have a way of turning a moment into an experience. And when it comes to shades of summer, there are many. And of course, Kutli had to find where she slots in. And I think she is the right person for it. It was an experience, and yes, she did find the perfect shades. Or did she? Let's find out.
Ooh, this place is beautiful. Now, are you ready to experience all shades of holiday this summer with Sunglass Hut? I am getting the day started with nothing but luxury, opulence, and a sensory experience like no other. First stop is the Grotto Wellness Spa. Let's go.
Our holiday campaign is called All the Shades of Holiday, and we decided to weave like a story in where we're using senses to kind of express these different moments. So the sense of touch actually is focused around Versace as one of the brands that we stock in our stores. So the sense of touch there is actually an expression of giving the guys a sense of the feel of the actual brand as opposed to being super literal about it.
That was incredible. Absolutely nothing for me to say.
We know, especially this time of year, everybody's kind of hyped and sort of, anxious, very stressed, and we thought we will relax them into the day. So spa treatment just made a lot of sense. They're super relaxed, super chilled, and now we can start with the fun stuffs and amp it up a little bit. And so that's the reason for that.
It's now time for lunch at Grub and Vine with a menu prepared by Chef Matt Manning. Trust me when I say it's about to be a sensory symphony of nothing but greatness.
Matt Manning was an amazing chef. He's just opened the new Grub and Vine at the Norval Foundation, and he's curated a sit-down brunch for the guys that focuses around the amazing story of Burberry.
Yeah, being asked to create a menu paired with sunglasses. It's not the craziest thing I've ever been asked to do, but it does make me get creative. It does make you push the boundaries, and it does kind of give you less to work with, so you end up creating more.
After lunch, it's time for us to experience the sense of sight on a luxury boat cruise. When out to lunch or at sea, wearing the perfect pair of sunglasses spoils you with enhanced views and experiences.
So the main thing we try and do with Sunglass Hut is to always innovate, always give a sense of something interesting and new. It's the same way we approach the products that we stock. There's always innovation, there's always something niche, something different. And so when we tell stories, we try and curate these stories through activities and activations that's unique, interesting, and that people want to talk about. And that's always our protocol when we do these things.
Experience, we are dancing the night away with all shades and sounds of holiday. We are grooving the day away at the Red Rooftop Bar. So you can have a fantastic time while looking stylish.
What they've done super well is, in this particular event, bring it down to Cape Town and South Africa and infusing South African sounds and Cape Town sounds into it. As a musician myself, I really appreciate the fact that we feel a sense of home here, we feel a sense of camaraderie, and it just feels very Cape Town.
I have been blessed enough to be working with Sunglass Hut for years now. So whenever I get an invite from them, I make sure I cancel everything because they give you the best experience ever. I really feel like I'm on holiday. I mean, I still have a few commitments to finish before the year is over, but I already feel the spirit of the holiday season.
What an extraordinary day filled with luxury summer experiences. Starting off with a spa, followed by a delectable lunch and a boat ride. Of course, new sunglasses for everyone because you know Sunglass Hut enhances your senses, giving you memories to last a lifetime.
So they took the truck from the boat with a helicopter and they put it on the roof.
How did they get that up there?
That was insane. That was absolutely
That's
cool.
insane.
And yes, the glasses are beautiful. That's how you find your shade of holiday. And we're going to help you find yours because you stand a chance to win a pair of stylish luxury sunglasses from Sunglass Hut.
Now, let me tell you how it's really simple. Just reply to the competition post on the Expresso Facebook, X or Instagram page and tell us the following. When you put on your favorite pair of sunglasses, where do you imagine yourself being on holiday? Oh, best answers come through, and don't forget to use the hashtag Shades of Holiday in your answer. And of course, the competition closes on Wednesday, the 20th of December at midday. And all the T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com.
Good luck.
Oh, well, we are about to take the quickest of breaks. Chef Clem, he is here. I love the DIY kits, the home kits, and we're going to show you exactly how to make some delicious garlic and herb beer bread, as well as a smoky steak. We're going to be using these kits. And then we have some music because Unity on the Square is taking place this coming Saturday. Lukman Adams, he is ready to give us our first performance, so we will see you after these.
Many South African children have never been given a gift in their lives. Share a gift, share a smile by donating pre-loved toys at Toy Kingdom and participating locations. Help us put a smile on a child's face.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, Mzansi, welcome back at your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and it's feeling like summer already. Well, why? Because we are in summer, and the Sunset Summer Tour is also here. And this is your invitation to join in on the magic of SA's most breathtaking sunsets while embracing the beauty of the outdoors. I mean, does it get any better? So, relax, have a chill this summer, and experience a tour near you with sensational sounds, seasoned artists, and unforgettable memories. All right, where do I sign up? Let me know the details. Don't worry, Mzansi, I got you covered. So on Sunday, the 17th of December, there is a Sunset Summer Concert taking place on Point in the waterfront in Durban. Now, there's also later dates, which include the 28th of December, as well as in Plettenberg Bay on the 29th of December, as well as in Knysna. Now, this is going to be your chance to create memories to last a lifetime. So what are you waiting for? Get your tickets today and let's party!
Well, listen, we are in the kitchen. We are so excited that we finally get to use these incredible kits. Whenever you go to the store, you might see this beautiful, container with the garlic and herb beer bread mix. And you've probably seen this and you're like, I wonder how we can use it. I wonder how it comes out. I want to know how it tastes like. And that's why we have Chef Clem here.
And I'm obsessed with this range.
I'm obsessed with it too because it's fun. And not only do you have a lot of fun making it, but you're left with something forever because you get to keep the wooden board, you get to reuse the little enamel pot.
And I mean, you'll be surprised how often you do use the enamel pots. I use it directly on the stovetop at home.
Okay.
And it just looks so aesthetic. It looks very like South African.
Yes.
And I mean, it's really a practical way to cook your food. So let's talk about the range this year. So we got the bread kits, and the bread kits for me are amazing because they don't take long to make. So if you actually have guests over, you can keep them occupied or give them a fun treat. And it's amazing. It goes straight to social media when they do it. You have these little kits on the table. They can actually make the bread that you're going to serve because it bakes and it comes together so quickly.
And you don't have to let it rise or anything. You just mix and pop it straight into the oven.
Exactly. All the hard work, it's been removed. It's kind of a mix. Put it in a bowl, bake it. And you can do this on the braai as well. When I've done that, it goes nice and smoky and delicious. It's so good. So this is the garlic and herb beer bread mix, which I'm going to ask you to make.
Okay.
But then you also get, what's the other one? Oh, yeah, so it's garlic and herb. There's another one. Where am I?
There we go. Over there, the cheese flavor.
Oh, the cheese flavor. The cheese flavor. You get different pots, right? You'll see all the different styles. The cheese pot, I actually really like. This is my favorite at the moment. It's white with like a speckled yellow. Very, very cool. Love that. Then we've got the carnivore kit, which has got all the seasoning for your poultry, your beef, and your lamb. And then you get to keep the basting brush. And then we've got the smoking kit, and like you said, you get to keep the board. It's absolutely amazing, the fact that you, like, these are things you're going to use over and over and over again.
And they make for great Secret Santa gifts because, you know, we had our Christmas dinner last night with the family, and we play a Christmas share gift, and you get to steal each other's gifts. But you have to keep it gender neutral because you're not always sure who's going to get with the gift. So this is perfect for that.
Exactly. And the amount of DMs I have from females, now calm down, about braaiing. And I love it. It's like the ladies are taking over the fire. Men, where you at? I don't know, because the ladies are taking over the braais. So I absolutely love that idea. And these kits are stunning for that purpose. Let's get baking.
I'm going to start off with the garlic and herb beer mix. So when you open it up, I'm going to just tear this off. I know there's a nicer way to open it.
I keep on saying, I'm going to be opening things during these segments like I open my Christmas presents. And it's going to be wild.
Me too. I don't keep the wrapping, so there we go. So we've got our little kit. I'm going to show you what's inside. There we go. We have all of our ingredients. We've got some spices, our herbs here, and you've got your instructions inside. So it just simply says, heat the oven to 180 degrees. We've done that.
We have. And everything's been weighed out and measured.
Yes.
You know what? There's just actually... Mess in the kitchen.
It opens really easily.
It opens really easily. And mess in the kitchen equals memory, so it's fine. It's okay. You're allowed to mess. In the meantime, I got some ribeye steaks, and this is... how can I explain to you? How would you best describe the temperature of the steaks to our viewers at home? Put your hand at the bottom, and you can feel it's not cold. It's room temperature. Especially with ribeye. Ribeye is a cut that has a lot of intramuscular fat. And you want to render that fat out because that equals flavor. So you want to have your steak as close to room temperature as possible. Don't look here.
Don't look at the mess.
No one saw that.
No one saw that.
Baking's a science. There we go. Salt. Salt on your steak. And if you can do this way ahead of time, do that. And then we've got our beautiful Everdeer going. You got an Everdeer?
I do have an Everdeer. We love it. We, you know, apartment living, so it's so easy if it's just for two people having a quick little braai.
A quick little braai, exactly. And it allows you to do it during the week. You don't have to wait for the weekend, especially now that it's festive. You want to braai every day, and that's how you do it.
I love this. So it says simply just add your beer or soda water if you're not into
There we go. And you can obviously do non-alcoholic beer. I've even played around with cider, so you can do that. Now, for the smoked steak kit, there we go. For the smoky steak kit, you get these beautiful wood chips in here. What I've done is I've just soaked them a little bit, and that way it releases the smoke a little slowly.
Where do you put the wood chips?
Oh, on the coals. So now, so you lift up your braai grid. Maybe just do this before you put your steaks down. Just get your chips.
I've always wondered how you end up using that.
There we go. And it's going to slowly start releasing smoky flavor, and that's going to go into your steak. Your steak's going to have, like, that beautiful crust on the outside, but then so much smoky flavor coming through. Keep an eye on that. The bread's coming together. It's so simple, you see. And then you just pop it in back into the tin. I'll give it a little bit of olive oil normally, a little bit of butter. Back into the oven. Everybody's eating. Everybody's happy.
Everyone is enjoying life and just enjoying it. And this is the type of bread, you pop it out, you slice it into lovely slices. If there's leftover, pop it in the freezer, and when you're ready to have another homemade slice, just pop it in the toaster.
I forgot about that. Yeah, freeze it. Absolutely, that's a good idea. Let me grab this. The bread freezes. I completely forgot about that. And again, you get to use the dishes over and over again.
So what else would you use this dish for? I mean, it's great for bread baking.
I get so traditional and I make millie meal in the little pots. And I think it's so aesthetic. Like, you're serving millie meal in these little enamel pots. I think it's so cool. But we do a millie meal with, like, a lot of cream. We do burnt butter with, like, cinnamon salt. We get fancy with it with our millie meal. Maybe we should try that in the new year for Hotline.
For culinary
African classic with a modern twist. I think so.
There we go. So now we're just going to add our beer.
I do, like, a lot of cereals and porridge in there, like the proper gourmet style, which is a lot of fun.
And it's also great to serve because it looks cute.
Yeah, and also stews, like you said, now, if you're making a stew, just pop it in there and serve it in the actual dish. It just looks amazing.
So if I pop that in the oven, do I put the lid on, yes or no?
Yes, and then I take it off in the last few minutes to get a nice bit of crust in it.
Just to get a bit of brown on it.
There we go.
We'll just remove the packaging.
So
that will go into our oven for about 45 to 50 minutes, or until the skewer comes out dry. And then you cool the bread in the pot for 10 minutes before you can put it on a wire rack.
It's so simple.
I feel like a chef.
It's done. I don't even need to be here because Willie's have done it for us, so I'm out. Zoe is actually ready. We want to break the bread.
Oh, we need to break bread. Let's ask Luke Maan to come and join us because he's going to be performing soon. How do you feel about bread and carbs and deliciousness?
I feel about it. It looks yummy, it smells yummy, but I'm trying to sort of hold back on it because of the summer body and all that stuff. And I need to fit in the suit.
Of course,
for unity on the square.
How do you feel about braaiing?
I'm not big on that. My brother is though.
Okay.
I'm usually the one coming to the braai, waiting for the food, and it's kind of going like, okay, wanneer gaan ons eet? Okay, hoe laat? I'll buy the drinks and the luxuries, and so that's sort of my buzz.
You've been given your role. You know your role when it comes to the braai, and that's important.
No,
it's important. Everybody needs to know that.
I can look at people doing it and enjoying it. I've got a cousin, he can like basically smell. He doesn't even have to look at it.
And he knows it's ready.
It's like, that's his vibe.
My question is your brother the type that will invite you over for a Saturday evening braai, but you only eat Sunday morning?
No, he's very punctual when it comes to that. And his wife as well, so everything needs to be on its place and pedantic and all that stuff. So, but he doesn't invite us quite a lot. So I need to speak to management about that.
Oh, okay, too soon. I'm so sorry about that, but we can fix it. That's what Unity on the Square is all about, bringing everyone together.
Offer him one of the bread kits. Sorted. There we go.
There we go. Okay, we're going to cut that bread, break some bread, but how about you make your own DIY deliciousness with easy festive treats and keepsakes gifts from Woolworths. You can shop all of these kits and more in-store, online, as well as on the Woolies app. Plus, we've got a 1,000 Rand Woolies gift card to give away. Visit our competition post that is currently on social media. That's Expresso's Facebook or X, formerly known as Twitter, or Instagram page, and simply tell us, what do you love most about the Woolies easy-to-make bread kits? Don't forget to include that hashtag Woolies Christmas. The competition closes at midnight on Wednesday, the 13th of December. There are T's and C's that can be found on our website, expressoshow.com. Enjoy and good luck. Oh, look at that smokiness. Is that how we get our smoky ribeye steak?
It's happening. A little bit of a cologne happening.
It's a bit hot in here. Very smoky.
So these incredible human beings stood beside me and around me in unity are going to be performing just for you in just a moment to give us a taste of what we can expect on Unity on the Square. It's going to be something truly special. So I think we need it after this year, man. So an amazing Festive. And we do, just to carry us over the finish line. And then, of course, we've got some great tech to help you start thinking about 2024 in a new light. Stick around.
Nowhere's more festive than the Expresso kitchen this season, as you get the chance to bake your way to 50,000 Rand with Golden Cloud and Beacon. With all entry details on the Expresso social pages, reply to the competition post with a picture and description of your festive season masterpiece for a chance to compete live in the Expresso kitchen for that grand prize of 50,000 Rand. Entries close December the 20th. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
So welcome back. You, to me, you're everything. Look, Mount Adam's doing his own introduction on the Expresso show with this beautiful band. I hope to see you there. Unity on the Square. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Take the stars out of the sky for you. Stop the rain from falling if you ask me to. I'd do anything for you, your wish is my command. I would move a mountain if your hand is in my hand. Oh, words could not express so much you mean to me. There must be some other way to make you see. If it takes forever, girl, then I'm prepared to wait. To me won't be a day too late. Oh, you to me are everything, the sweetest song that I could sing. Oh, baby, yeah, yeah, oh, baby. To you, I guess I'm just a cloud who picks you up each time you're down. Oh, baby, oh, baby. You give me just a taste of love to hold my world upon. You know you got the power, girl, to keep me holding on. So now you got the best of me. Come on and take the rest of me, oh baby. I'm blessed. Oh, I guess I'm the luckiest guy in the world. Oh, babe, you don't know what you do to me, girl. Yeah, yeah. In times of despair, you prove to me that your love is real. I like the way that you make me feel. Your love makes me strong when things go wrong. I bet you didn't even know that. You're my sunshiny day when skies are gray. I bet you didn't even know that. You're my everything. My whole world revolves around you, around you. You're my everything. My whole world revolves around you. You're my everything. My whole revolves around. Secret by Unity at the Square, 16th December.
Oh, that was just absolute incredible stuff right there, giving us every reason to get involved in Unity on the Square. Don't forget you can get your tickets online, and of course we're going to be entertained by another performance in just a bit, Mzansi. So of course don't go anywhere. But as you can see on your screens right now, 16th of December, all the star-studded lineups of some of the most incredible musicians are waiting to serve. So what are you waiting for? Get those tickets ASAP. For now though, it's time to dive back into official duties. It's just 1 minute before 8 o'clock, so it's almost perfect timing. So let's start with national news headlines. Now, Police Minister Bheki Cele says he's adding some 10,000 more police officers to ensure that there is zero tolerance when it comes to crime this festive season. Now, he says the newly appointed officers will be deployed in crime hotspots across all 9 provinces. Now, the 2023 recruitment process is a direct response to the call by President Cyril Ramaphosa to enhance police visibility. Sticking in national headlines, the Minister of Higher Education, Blade Nzimande, says his department has collected 3.8 billion rand to finance the so-called lost middle group of students. Now, he referred to students who were part of households that earn between 350 and 600,000 rand annually, but they don't qualify for NSFAS funding, but also cannot afford tertiary education. Now, Nzimande had appeared before Parliament's Portfolio Committee on Higher Education to discuss the tertiary sector's readiness for the 2024 academic year. Well, now moving over to international headlines, and polls opened yesterday morning in Egypt for the presidential election over the next 3 days. Now, the election is dominated by an economic crisis in the country and the war on its border in Gaza. Now, President Abdul Fattah al-Sisi hopes to be elected for a third term. Now, 3 more candidates are vying for the position, but al-Sisi is supported by the army, and Egyptians believe the result is a foregone conclusion. Now, opposition leaders and human rights and political activists complain of being repressed by security measures. However, the government dismissed the criticism as politicking. Well, carrying on with our headlines right now, the international group of scientists has called for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. Now, the group consists of some 700 scientists from 34 countries, including physicists, mathematicians, biologists, chemists, doctors, engineers, and social scientists in academia and the industries. Now, they say the events in Gaza compel them to take a stand against war and the use of science for destruction. Meanwhile, America has approved an emergency agreement to supply ammunition to Israel. Now, the emergency deal sidesteps Congress, while infighting has delayed approval of a multi-billion-dollar aid package for Israel and Ukraine. Well, and lastly, in our headlines, something to definitely light us all up when it comes to our spirits and the season. Now, artists have spent 200 hours over 2 weeks carving a life-sized Willy Wonka using what else but chocolate. Yes, the 1.9-meter sculpture, inspired by the eponymous character in the new movie Wonka, was unveiled last week in London's Trafalgar Square. Now, sculpted into the character's iconic pose featuring a hat tip and cane, the creation was molded and handcrafted from more than 100 liters of malted chocolate by chocolate sculptor Jen Lindsay Clark and a little bit of a small team to help. Now, as a chocolate sculptor, this was the absolute dream commission. And this was said by Lindsay Clark himself, who also created a bust of King Charles ahead of the coronation. Now, the new film, which features Timothée Chalamet as well as Wonka, and then Hugh Grant starring as the Oompa Loompa, was released in South Africa on Friday. Well, on that chocolatey note, I leave you with some more sweet headlines. And here's G-Man with the latest when it comes to all things sport.
Oh, a little sweet and sour this weekend when it comes to rugby. In a thrilling Cape Town Sevens showdown, Argentina dominated the men's final, crushing Australia 45-12. And despite Australia's second-half comeback with 2 tries, Argentina, they showed their growth this year. They sealed the deal with 3 more of their own. But meanwhile, Australia's women's team, they did get the bragging rights. They triumphed over France in a thrilling final, 29-26, with Madison Levy securing a double there, one of the players of the tournament for me. So in the HSBC 7 standings, Argentina on top of the men's division with 38 points, Australia leading the women's with 40 points. Unfortunately, not the best outing for the Blitzboks, losing to New Zealand in that 4th or 5th, 6th playoff. Then we turn to the 15-man game, and Leicester's Tigers, they secured a hard-fought 35-26 victory over very strong DHL Stormers at Welford Road. So despite a late try by Josh Bassett denying the Stormers a deserved bonus point from the outing, Cape Team's impressive performance did stand out, but this wasn't enough to get them over the line. Meanwhile, the Bulls, conversely, they triumphed 27-16 over Saracens, capitalising on England's number 8 Billy Vunipola's red card. So next up, the Stormers will face La Rochelle at home next week, and the Bulls, they'll travel to Lyon. Then in football, some continental glory. Mamelodi Sundowns, they've regained the top spot in the CAF Champions League Group A after another hard-fought goalless draw with Egypt's Pyramids in Pretoria. So leading on goal difference, Sundowns now top the group alongside TP Mazembe, Nahodabu and the Pyramids, all with 4 points apiece. As recent African Football League champions, Sundowns were anticipated to dominate the mini league, where the top 2 teams will progress to the quarterfinals, but looking good. Then we turn to cricket, and sadly, persistent rain played spoil sport at Kingsmead in Durban, leading to the abandonment of the first T20 international between the Proteas and India yesterday. So the match set to begin at 4 p.m. called off just before 6, preventing even the toss from taking place. So the T20 International, part of a multi-format tour featuring 3 T20s and 3 ODIs, followed by 2 test matches. That action resumes in Gqeberha tomorrow, then concludes at the Bullring, the Wanderers in Johannesburg on Thursday. So we don't have to wait too long. Get out there and support the lads if you can. But that's a wrap of your sport for this Saturday morning. Let's take one last look at the roads.
Thanks, G-Man. Well, let's start off with some traffic in Alexandra, Johannesburg. There is congestion on the N3 southbound at London Road. Heavy delays are expected. Add some extra travel time to your journey this morning. In Milnerton, Cape Town, there's also heavy congestion on the N7 North at Bosmansdam. Add extra travel time. That's your traffic. Let's take a final look at your weather. And the SA Weather Service says widespread thunderstorms are expected from today and the next few days over the interior, but especially in the eastern parts of the country. Provinces where heavy rain may occur include Northwest, the Free State, Gauteng, Mpumalanga, Limpopo, and KwaZulu-Natal. The Weather Service has issued a yellow level 2 warning for severe thunderstorms with possible large amounts of small hail and heavy downpours that may lead to localized flooding of susceptible roads, low-lying areas and bridges, and minor vehicle accidents, as well as localized damage to informal houses expected over Gauteng, the Highveld and escarpment of Mpumalanga, the southwestern parts of Limpopo, as well as the eastern parts of the Northwest and the northeastern parts of the Free State. Well, those are your weather expectations for today and this week. Let's take a look at your sunrise view. Our final one for this morning, Naresh Hodin sent this one through saying, "Good morning, Expresso family. The morning sunshine from Vietnam. Enjoy every bit of it. Love to all. Share your morning view with us, whether you are also perhaps enjoying a beautiful holiday location. You can do that on our WhatsApp line. Our number is 063-408-8863. Let's take a final look at your temperatures for today.
And Uppington, it definitely looks like it's heating up well into the 30s, so slap on the sunscreen, get a hat on and make some memories in the outdoors. And speaking of memories, why don't you make some incredible memories when it comes to your bank account, right? Because an estimated 430,000 Rand jackpot could be yours when you play the Daily Lotto today. Now, you can only win if you play, and there are multiple ways for you to get your tickets, right? So let me plug you on how you can do exactly that. You can buy your tickets today in store. You can do it on the nationallottery.co.za website. There is a mobile app. You can also use cell phone banking, or you can simply dial *120 *7529#, and then your USSDs will follow. Now, all of the details are on our social media channels, so you can also go check them out right now. Why? Because you could be a step closer to winning a big payday, but only if you panda, pusha, play. Good luck.
All right, just a little perfect splash. Oh, that's looking good. Maybe one more, just for good measure. And we are ready for more deliciousness. Speaking of deliciousness, we are going to whip up, and I say we loosely. Of course, Teresa is back to do what she does best, and that's create deliciousness. In fact, we are going to make a marvelous, I'm going to say magical, melt in your mouth Melva pudding. Yes, that's how we do it in South Africa. It's going to be absolutely amazing because everything she does is truly delicious. And then I think we might get Emo to help along as well. And then we've got some great tech to help you kickstart your goals for 2024. It's a brand new year. We want you to embrace it, but a little bit of help will go a long way. Oh, absolutely yummy. Come to me, my little friend.
Bespoke.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, you are just in time as we're about to kickstart this last hour with a bit of more fun and games. And while we haven't said goodbye to the year yet, many of us have started thinking about our New Year's resolutions and whether they are personal or whether you're just planning on upgrading your home. And today we want to unpack how technology can help us achieve our goals, because Vodacom Enhance has everything we want and need, from fitness gadgets and streaming subscriptions to laptops, tablets, smart home appliances, and even essentials for dealing with load shedding, like power stations, UPSs, and smart lighting. So now, today, I have the gents together, and I want to ask them, have you started thinking of perhaps any New Year's resolutions?
Well, now I am. I mean, come on. I was thinking, how am I going to fill my tank up just to get across the finish line? Like, I might need a bit of a push to get there. Now I am very thankfully thinking about 2024, because there's a bit of like a renewed energy in the air, something about seeing the finish line that gets me excited. So I'm ready to embrace it.
I'm looking for efficiency, and maybe some gadgets can help me do that.
Yeah, I think
Definitely, definitely. Okay, so my next question is, what is a piece of tech you wish to bring into your life in the new year? Perhaps something you don't have yet.
Yeah. Definitely a new laptop for me. It's, I'm leveling up in certain areas. I need something that can handle chat, and my brain needs to be able to handle it as well. Now, I'm just doing a lot more now, so I need to level up. So I think I'm gonna look to invest in that space. And if I've got a tech partner, someone helping me do that with a slightly different looking contract setup, I'm there for that.
I like that, yeah. I've gotten a few items of tech this year, so I've clapped those goals. A new laptop would be nice. I'm thinking, I don't know if this plays in this space, but I've seen a friend of mine have those like robot vacuums that just like cleans the house automatically. It's like, what world is this? This is amazing.
You can make cardboard tanks, put them on top of the robot vacuum cleaners, and put your cats inside the cardboard tanks, and they can do battle.
Let's go!
I don't, you've already got them. Come on, cats and vacuum cleaners.
Is revolutionary. You map out your home.
Yeah.
You set areas that are restricted. So if you don't want it to go in the kitchen because there's a step, don't let it go there.
What?
And you can set a timer. Like, I just want you to clean from 10 till 12 while we have electricity during that time. And then when you get home, the electricity is...
And it apparently like goes and recharges itself afterwards. It like a docking station.
It goes back to the docking station.
I don't need this I don't want this anymore. I need it. I don't want it. I need it
Have
now.
you named yours yet? Have you named your vacuum cleaner?
She...
Okay, so...
Her name is Roberta.
Oh, Roberta, you're doing a
well
great
played.
job, Roberta. No, I love that. And that you can
There we go.
teach them
So
sort
yeah,
of dance and everything.
I'm adding that to my list, just so we are.
How many?
Anybody
5.
out there looking for a Christmas present for me? Add it to my list.
Okay, the next one is now you get to dream big. Don't think too practically here. But what is something cool you want, but it's not necessarily a need?
Oh. Wow. That's tricky.
No, I think it sounds a bit silly, but I feel like I missed out on watching really good, like, streaming content this year because I've just been too busy. So I feel unsatiated. I want to be a bit more intentional about planning what I want to watch next year so I can get my series, I can watch my series. So I think in terms of plugging into the right kind of, finding the right streaming platform for myself, the right kind of flagship titles to look at, I'm going to be a bit more intentional about my own downtime and maybe enrich myself. Thank you, man. I release you. Yes, I think I'm going to look for the right streaming connection.
That makes sense. I don't actually know. That's quite a tough question, but I really think something that I now believe don't need, we definitely want, we don't need, is power, right? So having like one of those like mobile power units for me, I've realized that like you can make alternatives when it comes to not having power, but it's nice to have it. It's a nice luxury to have. Like, even when I'm traveling or going somewhere, it's actually nice to have that sort of hub of power. So that's something I'd probably add to that list. It's not something that we need, but I do want it.
Okay, well, there we go. And on a very exciting note, we are also giving you the chance to win 5,000 Rand simply by telling us which type of device you choose to kickstart your New Year's goals. And who knows, that 5,000 Rand could be getting you that device. Now, would you choose something for fitness, entertainment, or something to ease load shedding? Share your answers with us on the Expresso Facebook page, on X or Instagram, using that hashtag #EnhanceWithVodacom. There are T's and C's that can be found on our website, expressoshow.com.
Mzansi, enhance what you love. Add more of what you need to your contract. Choose from a range of enhanced options in-store or online. Further together, Vodacom.
Oh, yes, Mzansi. So I've just got the apron on. That means we're going to be doing something special. We've got some special guests in the kitchen too. So why not dive straight into something delicious? We promised you Malva, but we're doing it like no other. And obviously, Teresa's here, along with the man himself, apparently an aficionado in the kitchen too, I believe.
Well, I mean, you said Malva pudding. I just assumed you spoke of me. But we have Teresa here that will be making this delicious dessert for us. And I mean, I've seen a sample and it looks absolutely amazing.
He was telling me he's the braai master, though.
Oh,
so
you
he
are?
does a good braai, yeah.
Careful making statements like that on Knife TV. We'll call you out.
Listen, I said somebody needs to light the braai. So, I mean, that...
A braai lighting specialist and a Malva eating specialist. Is that what you're here for?
Just all around, just all around.
All right, well, Teresa, take us through this recipe. I see you've got some hero ingredients as well, which I know these have been working so incredibly in a lot of recipes that we've been putting together of late. So
versatile.
show us what you're getting up to on this one.
Okay, so we need to make our batter and then a sauce. So
Sure.
you're going to help me with the mixing.
100%, because this is what I do. I mix people. What is on? What is on?
There we go.
The knoppie here.
Should be on, and then once it's on, you've got speeds that you can change
You can
as
click
well.
on the arrow.
Yeah, but wait.
And then it'll go fast.
Ladies and gentlemen, live on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, we are domesticating a man in the kitchen right now.
Yeah.
Look at it.
I feel like this is too fast for the...
You can, bro, you can handle that.
Can I?
You can handle that, man. Just don't. What I do is I sometimes angle it, and that causes chaos.
All right.
Don't do that.
Okay, so it must just go
Don't
straight.
angle it. It goes everywhere. The cameramen are not going to like you, but look at this man. Doesn't just handle a microphone and an audience, but butter too.
Full Jason's butter.
And if you leave it on your kitchen counter for 30 minutes to an hour, it'll soften and it'll be much easier to cream.
All right, okay.
So
well, we fast forwarded into
we're gonna
time. That's
soften
already
our
happened.
batter.
Nice.
Yeah, we're going to add some brown sugar, and you're just going to cream that until it's light and fluffy.
Yes. So what you're going to do is you're just going to cream it until it's... Listen, on a level of difficulty, where are we standing on a 1 to 10 to make this?
1 to 10. I would say a 7.
A 7? That's quite
Yeah,
up
that's
there,
quite
actually. Yeah, okay.
On a
I need to
difficult or an
concentrate.
easy?
No,
no,
how difficult?
Not difficult. No, not difficult. I would say like a 4 or 5. It's not difficult.
Well, clearly you got the two of us here, which have no idea what we're doing in the kitchen. So far, so good, right?
So you're going to keep creaming for me. I've got some flour here with a bit of salt. I'm going to add some baking powder and some bicarb. Those are our raising agents.
Okay. So that's a little bit of like dry ingredients sticking to that.
Those are all the dry ingredients.
System, I like that.
Yeah.
That always makes sense.
Am I doing it right?
You
And then
are
what sort of
doing
consistency are you looking for on Imo's side over there?
You want a nice sort of moussey, pale, light, fluffy mixture. So it will take a couple of minutes.
Exactly what I was going for.
Yeah. I can see it's coming together.
And then I know these things are like tackled differently. I know if you're someone like Zoe, you'd probably just use your tongue for this next step. But how do you get the butter out of...
Let's just stop. What do you...
Just stop. Everybody pay attention. Where are we going with this one?
Right.
So how do we get the butter out of the inner of the spatula?
Yeah, just
okay, we
a
just
knife
manual.
or a spatula and we just... Oh, get that out.
Because I know this is...
Let me try
I would just like launch straight in and finish half of the ingredients.
It's a MacGyver thing. Let me try from this side.
There we go.
Nicely done. Okay.
So we're going to cream it nicely and then I'm going to start adding the rest of our ingredients.
If we don't have a fancy machine, can we do this manually?
You
take a lot longer?
It's going to take a lot longer, but it's your arm day then.
Earning the recipe.
Exactly,
I like
burning the calories.
Burning the calories, burning this delicious meal. I like that.
It's possible. It will take longer.
All right. Imo, you okay there, eh?
Dude, I've got this.
Safety word you just shot, eh? Pineapples. All right, Teresa, what's next?
I'm going to add the eggs one at a time.
All right.
So that you can cream for a couple of minutes. Don't be shy. Just keep going.
And look at the two of you just dancing, collabing here in the kitchen. Teresa, we might get you out into the on the mic as well.
I'm not going to lie.
This is going that well.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. This was rehearsed.
Oh, okay.
We've wasted a few eggs in the parking lot.
I was wondering what was happening on the floor here. We won't show you what's going on here, but I had to walk in really slowly so I don't...
So the eggs have gone in, our apricot jam goes in,
nice.
And our vinegar. So the vinegar actually reacts with the bicarb and that helps the...
Oh, I'm loving this
vibe
that's happening here, eh?
That's looking good.
I mean, I was doubtful in the beginning, but it's...
I also was, eh?
No, I'm not going to lie. I was like, I don't think she knows what she's doing. But het kom lekker, op die einde kom het lekker te samen. So that's die belangrijkste.
I got you.
Okay.
All right, so then we can pour that into here and I'm going to fold everything together.
Guys, can we just give Mr. Imo a round of applause here? Brilliant work in the kitchen. I love it.
I mean, I don't want to speak about it, but a lot of people don't know. Before entertainment business, this is what I did.
Oh, was this? Wow.
Yeah,
okay, so this was the 9 to 5 before you realized you had some talents.
No, I just meant doing dishes.
Okay.
There we go.
Nicely done,
So I'm going to fold that all together, and of course we're adding our Nestle Ideal evaporated
Because that's
milk.
obviously the magic.
The magic, the creaminess. It's really going to bring it all together. Well, I don't know if you want to start our sauce while I mix this all
please.
together.
And again, I'm going to be paying a lot of attention here. So I see a pot in front of me.
please.
I'm going to take this step by step. So we're putting that on, right? That's the first step, all right?
Kom ons kyk nou wie weet van light van nou 'n bietjie gepraat nou vroeër oor Imo kan nie light nie. So let's just see how well this goes.
Pot is on.
Is it on?
Yes.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Go time.
Let me just... Die gebouw is nog hier. Ja, okay.
What's next to this step?
So we're going to pour all the ingredients in. We're going to use more of our Nestle Ideal milk.
Doesn't matter what goes in
water.
first?
No, just
all right, so
all
we've
in.
got some water over there, right? We've got some more butter.
Butter, more butter, more
goes
better.
in there. Some more sugar.
Yep.
Okay.
And it doesn't always have to be the same consistency in terms of the water, sugar, what you use, or doesn't it matter?
No, in terms of the order that you add.
Or the ingredients.
No, you can substitute.
Because I know sometimes, you know, in my family, we don't really have a measuring thing. Everything is with the fingers. It's like, yeah, when it's a titselkie. I'm like, what is a titselkie? Like, so how do you measure it? You know what I mean?
No, you need a scale or some measuring cups, I think.
Yeah, so
some things you can eyeball.
So we won't be making marble.
Sometimes you can eyeball it, but with baking, no, you want to be accurate. So basically, you're going to just stir that over the low heat to dissolve your sugar, bring it to a simmer and simmer it for about 5 minutes, and it'll thicken slightly. And this you want to do in the last 10 minutes of baking time.
And I must just say, obviously, the fact that we're using this ingredient again has been something that is highlighted through all our recipes right now. And we're talking about Nestle's Ideal Milk, which can also be used as fresh milk by diluting it with an equal amount of water. So, yeah, it serves many purposes.
Are you serious
Yeah,
right now?
crazy, man.
What are you telling me?
Not only that, but it adds a little bit of that creaminess to your soups, your stews, your pasta dishes, and it gives that sort of like round taste. So it smooths and balances fatty dishes such as stews, and it even helps tenderize meat. So,
Amazing.
again, if you want to get this recipe and you don't want to do it, the claim picky here.
He knows way, just it's uncomfortable.
It's the passion, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
When you realize what this stuff can do, that's
No,
why
I
it's so
hear you,
exciting.
and I'm surprised right now. Not on the knowledge, but of what this can do. You know?
Crazy, huh?
5 blokkies as ek huis toe gaan asseblief.
Well, we got you. And again, head over to their website if you want to get this recipe. Teresa, thank you so much. That was incredible.
Pleasure. So that's going
Last
to go in the
steps?
oven
Yeah?
for half an hour at 180. Last 10 minutes, you want to do your sauce, and then as soon as your pudding comes out the oven, you're going to pour your hot sauce over, let it soak in, serve with a bit of custard or cream or ice cream, and you're good to go.
Teresa, and glitter.
And glitter, you must have glitter.
Edible
You must
glitter.
have glitter.
Well, Ivan, thank you for joining us in the kitchen, showing off more of your talents, clearly.
I mean, that's what I do.
It's what he does, but he is going to be showing off his main talent in just a bit. And Zanzi, don't go anywhere. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and this is what it's about, the opportunity to do some incredible things. And on top of this, stand the chance to win inverters, canister stoves, and Nestle hampers to keep you cooking this festive season. So to enter the Whip, Whisk, and Win competition, all you got to do is buy any 2 participating Nestle Dairy Culinary products, dial the number *120 *440#, and then simply follow the prompts. As easy as that. Enjoy all the magic you make with these incredible recipes. And again, brother, well done. Look at you, man.
Dude, this is like... And thank you to you. It's fantastic.
Thanks for your help. Excellent
Let me
assistance.
just take this with me.
Stand a chance to win in the Whip, Whisk and Win promotion by using Nestle Dairy Culinary products. Buy any 2 participating products, dial *120 *440# and follow the prompts to enter. T's and C's apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, you beauties. About half an hour left of the show, and we're going to savor every second of it. Now, I know Chef Clem is kind of our in-house chef.
Yes.
But he's also kind of a free-range chef. We let him out of our kitchen from time to time just to keep him healthy. Now, we know he proudly represents Woolies, and we know that they take animal welfare very seriously, and that's why they are committed to providing us with free-range chickens that are raised in a stress-free environment.
Definitely, and Chef Clem recently visited one of their suppliers all the way in Caledon to learn more about the free-range chickens and what that means. Let's take a look.
When it comes to chicken and everything poultry, I know for a fact Woolies puts you, the shopper, the farmer, and the animal first, focusing on well-being and sustainability. But free range, what is free range? How do you define a free range chicken? Well, that's why I'm at Algan Free Range Chickens today to find out more about free range farming, that exceptional Woolies quality, and the attention to detail. Because you know, the Woolies difference is in the detail. Rudolph, I've been on the farm for 5 minutes talking to you, and it's very clear that you and everyone else on the farm is very passionate about chickens. Can you give me a little bit of an insight into the business, please?
Elgin Free Range Chickens is located in the Oeverberg region with an abattoir in the Elgin Valley up in Grabouw. We have 6 broiler free-range rearing farms, and we supply our own day-old chicks through our hatchery in Caledon. We employ approximately 806 people directly. Of which 56% to 60% of the workforce are female, and they are very strongly represented in our management structure. We produce 8.1 million chickens at this stage per annum, which equates to approximately 16 million kilograms of chicken meat, of which Woolworths would take up 80% of that.
Algan Free Range has been supplying Woolies with free range chicken for over 20 years now. Can you tell me where it all started and how it's developed over 2 decades?
Started off as a very small entrepreneurial business, producing approximately 500 chickens were sold in the Elgin region and valley to neighbours and family and obviously businesses. And then in 2002, Woolworths came aboard and the business actually grew from there. But I think the thing is with Woolworths, we've got a very good working relationship, strong ethics, and we abide by all their requirements, being it their good business journey goals, and also their code of conduct. So we're daily in contact with them, and we're basically an extension of Woolworths on the farming side.
Hello, Ross. Nice to meet you. Good to see you. So, Ross, I've heard your name all over the valley. You are the farming legend. But I have to ask, where did it all begin? What initiated this move into chicken farming?
Well, Clem, at the end of 2004, I'd bought a new production unit against the mountain, and I was wondering what to do on this farm other than the vegetable production, which I've been doing for many years, that would not put pressure on the land or too much pressure on water. And on one fine Friday, an old university friend phoned me and asked me if I wasn't interested in starting a breeding farm for poultry. We've enjoyed a wonderful relationship with free-range chicken, and we still do, and our farming motto is to produce good quality, wholesome food efficiently. And that fits in beautifully with Algan Free Range and the Woolies story, and we're really grateful for that.
From the very beginning, there was a commitment to the welfare of these animals. Along with Woolies, Algan Free Range Chickens put strict principles and processes in place, purely just to ensure these chickens live the most stress-free life possible.
Our suppliers are carefully and deliberately selected, and we are very selective in choosing who we partner with. We have a comprehensive set of farming requirements, which includes how the chickens are sourced, raised, fed, protected from disease, and also, of course, kept here on the farm. Like Woolworths, animal welfare is a core part of Elgin's DNA. Putting their animals first is not an optional extra, it's the way in which we conduct our business. In that sense, their values align with ours, which makes for a meaningful partnership. Animal welfare is paramount for so many reasons, but partly because it speaks to giving our customer the highest possible quality product, which starts with the way we treat our animals on the farm. We take pride in doing what is right, even though it's not necessarily what is easy. And we wholeheartedly believe that every animal in our supply chain should have a life worth living.
Katua, it's a beautiful windy day in the Overberg. I'm glad we have the shelter here with us today. I've learned so much about this farm, but I need to ask you, what is free-range farming?
It's a method of farming where the animals have access to the external range. They are not kept inside houses or inside cages. But to us, it's more than that. It's about a life worth living. You know, the whole process from farm to fork, where we ensure that the best animal welfare practices are maintained. It starts with selection. We select the best quality chick at our hatchery at Caledon. They get placed in our free-range farm systems to become a broiler, a meat chicken. So here we vaccinate our chicks, like you do with your children. And yes, then we brood them safe in a warm environment, like they would under a mother hen's wing. And from there, they get access to express their natural behavior under these lovely shade nets, which protects them from wild animals and wild birds. The principles are ample space, stress-free, a good, clean, nutritious diet, and that is the difference ultimately.
Now, you've mentioned diet. What food do you give these chickens?
It starts with clean drinking water, and then of course we've got a grain-based diet, which is only plant proteins. We don't have any animal proteins in the diet. And then we use local South African soy and local South African yellow maize. And that yellow maize gives the chicken that lovely yellowish color that you see in the market. We also make sure that there are no antimicrobial growth stimulants, no pesticides, no heavy metals, no mycotoxins in the feed. We've got a dedicated team of scientists that test for this as part of our brand integrity schedule. You know, they say you measure what you treasure, so that's exactly what we do. We want to make sure that these values are maintained.
When they said the mission is a stress-free life, I had no idea they meant this stress-free.
We produce an authentic free-range chicken, and that's all we do. And I think most important is that sets us apart is that golden threads are people. And for me, that is something that just absolutely differentiates us from the rest.
There are so many reasons to encourage our customers to buy free range, but essentially the proof is around us today. These animals have more space to roam, more freedom to express their natural behavior, and they lead a better life. By purchasing free range, you are supporting the growth of a way of farming our animals that is better for the animal, for you, and for the planet.
You wanted to know what the Woolies difference is? Well, now I can tell you. It's the fact that Woolies cares. And along with their suppliers, they stick to the strictest procedures and protocol, all just to ensure that every chicken has a happy and healthy life. So if you truly are what you eat, make sure you're eating a Woolies free-range chicken.
Oh, man, I think Clem found his happy place there. I would have checked his pockets, though, for a chicken, because I think he did some bonding there. But absolutely amazing. Awesome to see.
Very incredible. Well, listen, I'm so excited for what the rest of the show has in store.
Lots more to look forward to in your Feel Good Breakfast show. Now, obviously, with exam season, which has been very stressful, not only did BioPlus give some extra assistance with mental vitality and physical endurance, but they also gave 6 lucky viewers the chance to win 2,000 Rand in cash. And all you had to do was simply answer the competition question on the Expresso social media pages. And today, we are excited to announce our lucky winners! Yes! So, let's give a massive congratulations to the following winners. First up, we have Leanne Swatch. Yes! We've got Maite Gatle, we've got Audrey Prinsloo Lamprecht, we've got Mpafe Elsie, we've got Kwita Kalia Masamole, and then we've got Dimakatso Tsotsetsi. A huge congratulations to everybody. Yes, please, put your hands together. Apologies if I did pronounce any of those names incorrectly, but a again, congratulations to everybody. You are winners. And let's go through some of those comments really quickly. Maite came through and said, in between my study sessions, I reward myself with an episode of my favorite series and take early morning jogs. Hashtag Bio Plus Exam. And then we had Adrio also came through saying, I love having biltong sticks close to me, hand an apple, as that gives you that extra boost of energy when you need it. Again, using the hashtag BioPlusExam correctly. And then lastly, we had Dimakatso who said, I make sure I prepare well so I can get a good night's rest the night before an exam. I eat well and drink a lot of water and remove myself from a lot of social media presence, and that also helps a lot. Hashtag BioPlusExam. Well, that's how easy it was to be a winner. Congratulations once again. And with exam season being over, it might be over, but stress and fatigue have more time frames. And with the festive season in full swing, we have no doubt that you're going to need to get that extra help when it comes to finishing off the year. And that's 2023 in a strong way. So what are you waiting for? Get ready to own your future. And maybe you need some assistance from BioPlus.
Be more plus and own your future this exam season. BioPlus for physical energy and mental vitality.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and you know we love talking skincare. And what better way to relax and pamper yourself this holiday season than with the best of scientific, result-driven skincare formulated to make skin healthy and beautiful for life. A professional skincare brand built on over 30 years of pioneering vitamin A skin science. Now we welcome the founder and scientific director of Environ Skincare, Dr. Des Fernandez. It's great to have you back on our couch.
Good morning. It's wonderful to be here.
Oh, Dr. Des, you have a wealth of knowledge that we would love to tap into. As, you know, someone that has been part of the brand, founder of the brand, and also the scientific director for over 30 years. What would you say is the gold standard or the gift when it comes to healthy skin for a lifetime?
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that it's vitamin A. We need, we have it naturally in our skin, but we destroy it when we go out into light. So we need to replace that every day.
And what is the best way to replace vitamin A?
Well, if you rub it on your skin, then it's immediately effective. And it acts as a sunscreen. And many people don't realize that. And so it protects you as well as gives you healthier cells in your skin.
Now, Doctor, you have incredible skin yourself. I want to know, is there a way I can future-proof my skin to make sure it looks as great as yours?
Yes. Start using and keep using vitamin A every day. This is what I do. Both morning and evening, I apply vitamin A to my skin. Plus, of course, we have a few other secret ingredients in the creams, like sometimes peptides, you add that, and hyaluronic acid, things like that. And that's what makes really great skin.
Oh, well, we all want that good, glowy skin. We all want to look like Jennifer Lopez and Salma Hayek when they are in their 50s. But I wanted to find out from you, for those who have been lovers of Environ, they've been taking care of their skin, how can they take their skincare to that next level?
Well, what I'd use is the roller. I use it every day.
Okay.
I did 5 minutes of rolling this morning. It's my routine. So this is a device that has fine little needles sticking out. I don't know if you know it.
We've got that device right there.
yeah.
If it's on our screen right now. That is the skin roller.
Oh, yes. There it is. And so you roll this, and you roll it in different directions. Like I do this area for 1 minute, this area for 1 minute, this area and this area.
Okay.
And I roll that a lot, and then as a result of that, I have many little holes in the outer layer of your skin, but only the outer layer. So that's why you can't feel it.
Okay.
And then when you put your creams on, they penetrate up to 100 times better.
That is incredible. So it actually makes your skin absorb the product better.
Better.
Now, doctor, when you want to use that little skin roller, you said you do it every single day. Is this best for morning time, night time? Is there a limit?
Well, I reckon that people should do it in the night time.
Okay.
Because we like the idea that you don't put on a sunscreen or makeup and then the makeup penetrates into the skin.
Okay, that makes complete sense.
Yes.
Now, doctor, there are also a wide variety of different skin types. How do you ensure that people use the correct product for their skin type?
Well, one of the nice things is that Environ is colorblind. So if you're thinking about different types of color of skin, everybody's skin needs vitamin A. The other thing is that some people get like acne. And the interesting thing is that acne skin is generally poor in vitamin A.
Okay.
But at the same time, vitamin A can aggravate acne. So that's why we have to have special products to treat that problem. Pigmentation, things like that, we have special products for them.
Okay. And Dr. Des, if we had to unpack this extensive range from Environ, which product would you say is perhaps the one that is the perfect gift to gift someone this festive season?
Well, if the person has never used vitamin A, I'd give them the hydrating oil capsules, which are, they're quite a luxurious feel. And then if they want to progress more into Environ, then to start off with debut skincare.
And work your way up on the little dots.
Work it up. Yes, exactly.
It's all about looking after your skin. Dr. Des, it's always so incredible to get to chat to you, to unpack the incredible products that you have. And I always learn something new. So thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
Oh, there we go. Well, get ready to dive into the holiday spirit because you stand a chance to win big. Now, to join the fun, visit our Festive competition post that's currently on social media. You can find it on Facebook, X, and Instagram. And tell us who in your life deserves a heartwarming surprise and why. Don't forget to include that hashtag Expresso Festive and then mark your calendars for Friday, the 22nd of December and tune in to your Feel Good Breakfast show because we might be calling you. 5 lucky viewers will get the chance to pick a festive stocking live on air and reveal a fantastic hidden surprise. Among the festive wonders up for grabs are a Thermomix TM6 valued at 29,995 Rand, an Xbox Series S valued at 7,599 Rand, a 2,000 Rand Skim Miles voucher, a Szymanski Gold Cape Town pendant and diamond and chain worth 7,500, and an Environ skincare consultation and curated skincare routine valued at 5,000. 50,000 Rand. That competition closes at midday on Tuesday, the 19th of December. It's the season of giving, and Expresso is ready to make it extra special for you. There are T's and C's that can be found on our website, expressoshow.com. What are you waiting for? Get entering.
What am I waiting for? Maybe for the oven to heat up, because we're back in the kitchen. Teresa Uliate is here to help make a delicious recipe just for us ahead of Christmas.
Unleash your baking magic with the Golden Baker Search. Create a masterpiece with Golden Cloud and Beacon Treats. Let your golden creation shine.
So get ready to dive into the world of Christmas festivities with Golden Cloud and Beacon Treats and ignite your love for baking. Take it to another level. Today, we are making a timeless classic, a Black Forest Christmas pudding, with a little bit of a twist, as we do, to create lasting Christmas memories that will hopefully inspire you. And Teresa, yes, is here to make, as she does, another dessert. And I always knock you for that, but you do it so well, because you get comfort food on a different level here. And this really does represent, for me, I love fruit cakes. Black Forest, slightly different, a bit of a twist
Bit
here.
of a combination, yeah. I love a traditional fruit cake as well, but I love the twist, the chocolatiness and the ganache.
Oh, it's very, very clever. That being said, lots of working parts here. Let's get cracking. What do we need to be aware of?
Maybe you can do our fruit. So we've got some mixed dried fruit. It's just usually called a baking mix in the supermarket. So that's going to go in our pot.
In the pot, cool.
I'm just going to start creaming while you do that.
Oh, man. And what I love about this is you've got so many natural sugars worked in already. There's going to be that beautiful caramelization regardless. Okay, so...
Right, so our fruit is in. You can add our dates.
These are for the win. If you're looking for a natural sugar that goes the distance, dates are amazing.
They do. They are like nature's caramel.
They really, really are. When
like
cooking the fruits, what sort of temperature are we using?
Just a simmer.
A simmer,
So we're going to add our liquid as well. We're going to add some brandy essence.
Okay.
And we're going to also add some water and some orange juice.
Right. Oh, this smells amazing. This smells like Christmas.
I was just going to say that, yeah.
Christmas has just arrived. There we go.
So you're looking to just let that simmer for a couple of minutes. You want to rehydrate and soften the fruit.
Okay.
So just keep that going.
Oh, this is going to be intensely citrusy. It's going to have such a powerful headiness. And I think that's what you need. If you need the spices and that kind of, when you talk about a heady deliciousness, that really does hit the senses.
Absolutely. And we are going to be adding spice and orange as well. So it just works so beautifully, all those flavors. All right. So I had some butter and some brown sugar in the bowl, which I'm creaming. And just give it a couple of minutes. You want it to be nice and soft and moussey. I'm getting there. I'm making a very big mess all over the kitchen. I'm so sorry.
No, that's the theme of the day. It's the absolute theme of the day. And you must, when you're baking, and especially if you're baking with your little ones, don't be shy of getting messy. Mess equals memory. I love it.
Comes with the territory, doesn't it?
And hopefully this is going to inspire you to look at, I talk about levels and layers when it comes to baking. When it comes to the Golden Cloud Baker Search, we're trying to inspire you to look at traditional recipes slightly differently. How can you combine your baked and your treat elements in a new way? And for me, this Black Forest is exactly that. We're not just layering in chocolate, we are incorporating it in layers, which is great.
So great. Okay, so your eggs are going to go in one at a time. Just whisk those in. And then we're going to add our dry ingredients. So you're going to help me out with some flour.
I'm going to go and grab you a little bit of our Golden Cloud.
Awesome.
Yeah, how much do we need?
Right, so we need about 1.5 cups, and we're going to sift it in. So let's...
Okay, that's just under a cup.
So let's do another one of those.
And then another one of these.
Perfect.
That's about, there we go, that should be 1.5 cups.
Awesome.
Sorted.
And we're using the self-raising flour. I'm also going to add some mixed spice and a bit of bicarb. So that's going to rise really, really nicely.
Oh, and it is. It's a sensory explosion, and you wanted that. This is a strong flavor. It really is, but it's a flavor that we love because it's so unmistakably Christmas. And you can bake a delectable homemade Black Forest Christmas pudding yourself with the cake element made using the exceptionally versatile Golden Cloud self-raising flour. We have used it in so many different ways in the run into Christmas. It really is your one-stop shop. It's so good.
Okay, so our fruit can go in here. So what you would do is after it's simmered for a while is you just let it cool.
Okay.
I'm going to add some orange zest. I love orange in all my Christmas baking. Even in mince pies, you can put it in the pastry.
Sure.
It's
No, the
just
orange
such a
and the
lovely
spice
flavour.
mix, just a match made in heaven. Really
nice.
is.
And then we've got our chocolate, of course. So we're using the Midnight Velvet version.
Please,
That's
my
going to
best.
go into
My
our
absolute
batter.
best. So just talk us through, obviously our fruit hasn't cooled yet, so we're not going to
Yeah.
throw that right in, but how would we wrap this up, incorporating the
So we
elements
would
together?
mix the fruit in. I'm going to chop up the chocolate and we'll fold that in as well. You're going to put that into your greased pudding bowl. And that's going to go into a pot of water, and you're actually going to cook it on the stove.
Okay, sort of bain-marie style, like
yes.
over.
So
Okay,
put it in a pot, make sure it's covered because you don't want any water in the pudding. And then just simmer it for about 2 hours. You're going to put boiling water in the pot. And just check on the water during the time, make sure it's not getting too low. Top it up, cook it until it's baked all the way through. And then we're going to top it with a beautiful ganache. And again, we're going to use our Midnight Velvet chocolate.
Which is the
melt it
best
with a
in the
bit of
business for
cream.
me.
Oh, so delicious.
I love it. I hope this has inspired you to look at your baked goods differently, look at your Christmas traditional favorites slightly differently, and look what you can create for the senses. It's an experience. ExpressoShow.com is where you can find this full recipe and a bit of a blow-by-blow. We'll take you through it, but this combination of the orange, of the dark chocolate, with those beautiful, as I say, heady spices that just scream Christmas, this is a Christmas win. Teresa, you are the champion of Christmas. I absolutely love it. Well done. Oh, my senses.
Smells amazing.
Unleash your baking magic with the Golden Baker Search. Create a masterpiece with Golden Cloud and Beacon Treats. Let your golden creation shine.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, well, listen, with an estimated 430,000 jackpot, it could be yours when you play the Daily Lotto today. Now, you can only win if you play, and there are multiple ways for you to get your tickets. You can buy your tickets today in store on the nationallottery.co.za website, the mobile app, cell phone banking, or simply by dialing *120*7529# for USSD. All of those details are also available on our social media pages in case you've missed any of them, and you could step closer to winning a big payday only if you panda, pusher, play. Good luck. You can also use your winnings to buy tickets to all of these fantastic performances that we have, and 2 for the price of 1 medley by David Kramer. Here is Emo and Lukman Adams.
Mzansi, you can catch us at the Baxter for 2 of a kind from the 20th till the 31st of December with a lekker festive show. Emo, Lukman, Edith, Rushni, we're going to do a sticky for you. Check it out. Let's go. 2 of a kind.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. My opa was a hawker.
Did you hear that?
In my pa.
What are you
In
doing?
my pa.
No, it's in the chorrel. It only works if I do it.
My pa het ook gebruik. In my boota maak jy groot geld.
You see, en ek maak al die jokes en ek skree Grenadella van Mandela. Dis Marcella, kom ons maak 'n plan. Groot Spekkie van Hombekkie. Ek sê gekkie, 2 for the price of 1. 2 for the price of 1. Pieter kry jy nie. 2 for the price of 1. Jy kan nie van my ry nie. En nou ek staan hier op die corner. Van soggens vroeg tot laat. Stop. What are you doing?
I was just doing what you did earlier, just with the
No, but I did that earlier. You can't do that now.
It was very lekker when I did
It
it.
was lekker, but...
En my lippe is vol blusters. Van al die skree en praat. En die skree is Grenadella, oh Mandela. Dis Marcella, kom ons maak 'n plan. Groot Spekkie van Hombekkie. Ek sê gekkie, 2 for the price of 1. Cho. Ayo.
Hier is jou aardappel van Martin Merre.
Hier is jou lucky pakkie, by putakaki, banana plastic zakkie.
Once you go colored, you grow a mullet.
2 for the price of 1. Production.
Grenadella van Mandela. Dis Marcella, kom ons maak 'n plan. Groot Spekkie van Hombekkie. Ek sê gekkie, 2 for the price of 1. Kom. Wys my jou lamona of jou boerpampoena. Ek wil so graag aan dit voel. Of jou koud peskus, of dit die moeite werd is. Ek sal dit definitief moet Wys my jou lamona, of jou boerpampoena. Ek wil so graag aan dit voel. Of jou koud peskus, of dit die moeite werd is. Sal dit definitief moet
2 for the price of 1. Tickets at Web Tickets. 20th, 31st of December. Tax Theater. Emo Bloemman. Away, Master Curtis.